You know what you need when you start streaming? And this is a wild idea, but you need your mic on. How incredible. How incredible is that? Anyway, hi, welcome in. Hello, good morning. Kiara, Marina, welcome in. I hope you're all well today. You can see the lovely fat butt of my cat in behind me if you're very lucky. You can see him around over there somewhere. Hi, Savio. I hope you're well. Anyway, welcome in, welcome in. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today, and we are going to be taking a look at the brand new trailer, and we're going to be breaking it down a little bit. We're going to be looking at all the new things, and we're all going to get very excited about it all. I'm just going to adjust my camera a smidge. I don't know if that's going to work. Hang on. Let me see. Let me see. Ooh, that's a little too adjusted. There we go. There's my cat. Hi, Savio. Hope you're well. My head's okay. I've taken some painkillers. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. I'm too excited to worry about my head. when it comes down to it, it's like I'm all like hyped about my head. Not hyped about my head. I'm hyped about the trailer, and I'm just like ignoring my head right now. But thank you. It's doing okay. Appreciate that. I did miss, unfortunately, last night's stream just because head. Kitty treat for baby boy. Oh, thank you, Nixie. Hey, Savio, did you hear that? Savio. Yeah, you got a kitty treat. Yeah, lucky boy. We'll give him a kitty treat. After stream, he'll get one of those. He's actually, I'll level with you guys. He just had one. So he can have one after stream if he's a good boy and doesn't do too many things. Oh my gosh, are you guys excited about the new pack? I've got to say, I'm very excited. I thought we could like watch the trailer and then we can kind of like pause and like, dissect it a little bit. And then after this, we are going to do a little bit of building, and we're going to be building a cabin because I'm very excited about this. And we're going to go into Granite Falls and we're going to build a cool cabin. So yes. You're excited about it, Nixie? Yes. Fantastic. Ben, hello! For the first time in a long time, you've returned to Velvet Land. Ah, how exciting! Thank you for coming back. You've returned. Yay! Thank you for being here. We've got an exciting day ahead. So well, not a whole day. We're not going to be here the whole day. We'll be here for a few hours, but not a whole day. Vinny, you're very excited you haven't seen the trailer? Ooh, well then, you're going to be watching it with me. I've only actually seen it once. I meant to watch it again this morning, but kids, cats, life. I didn't get to it. You haven't seen it either, VV. You didn't watch it. You did see the screenshots. Ooh, I can see you show you some official pictures as well, which is cool. Is that Savio that's named after Mr. Vega? Yep. That's Savio the cat, named after Savio Vega the wrestler. Yes, his middle name is actually Vega, so his actual proper name is Savio Vega. So he's Savio Vega, last name. Insert there. So yes, that's his full name, Savio Vega. You see the fattest kitty. I know. He has so many treats. You guys just treat him so well. He has all the treats, which is fantastic. Let me rub my head on him. He lets me rub my head on him, and I just like snuggle him, and it's so cute. It's so cute. He's honestly a little adorable fella. He's up off his sheepskin and sitting there looking around the room. It's adorable. Ben, I remember you telling me that you were going through old episodes of Raw with your husband. Yes, I was. Me and the kids and the hubby were watching old episodes of Raw. And, and then what happened is that it changed over to Netflix. And so we didn't have the WWE network anymore, and it changed over to Netflix. And Netflix didn't put up all of the episodes. So we kind of got to the point where we ran out, like there was only like 1 or 2 episodes between pay-per-views, and then there was like kind of only pay-per-views for a while, and like there's a whole lot missing from Netflix. And so we've had a pause on watching wrestling for a little bit. We've kind of moved over to watching some Survivor, but yeah, we did watch a whole lot of the 90s wrestling, which was amazing. And I think we've been watching like a teeny bit, like I think we've been watching a pay-per-view from 1999. I can't remember which one. And yeah, so we've been watching a bit of that. So we're slowly going back to a little bit of wrestling. But yeah, we unfortunately can't do like a whole watch through, which is really frustrating. So stupid Netflix, put it all up, man. You had the same problem? Yeah, exactly. It was so annoying. It's like, oh man, I was like, we're all really enjoying going through like the whole backlog of or the back catalogue of, you know, all the Raws and everything like that. We're waiting for like the debut of SmackDown, and then like just all these episodes are missing. It's just kind of like, oh man, it doesn't have the same effect. Yeah, the golden years, exactly, the best years. Maybe not 93 and 92. But like the mid to late 90s are just like amazing. Oh, they're fantastic. 1999 was a good year. I agree. 1999, 2000, 2001, 2000, maybe 2002. But they were all, yeah, really amazing. And you had like the whole WCW, you know, coming into it as well. And then ECW as they, you know, as those companies folded, and you sort of had everything starting to integrate, and your wrestlers starting to integrate and stuff. It was like pretty cool. You remember it well. So do I. Well, some of it. Remember to hydrate. Thank you very much. I will hydrate. And you know what I forgot? I forgot to get my Coke out of the freezer. Because I didn't have any Coke, because my husband drank my last Coke and didn't replace it in the fridge. So I had to put some Coke in the fridge this morning. And yep. So that's exciting. You love WCW too. I didn't watch much WCW. I've seen a bit over the years, but yeah, I didn't watch much. Kitty turned to VV. Tell you what, I'm gonna go get my Coke out of the fridge, and yeah, I'll grab Savio and I'll put him up to the camera so you guys can see Savio up close. Nitro was a great show at the time. Oh yeah, I mean, there's a reason that it ran, you know, head to head and beat, you know, Raw in the ratings, because it was, you know, epic television. So yes, yeah, it was a good time in wrestling, because the competition actually made them, you know, really creative and interesting. Stop hijacking your stream with wrestling talk. That's okay. I don't mind. I like wrestling, so it's all good. Anyway, I'm going to switch screens, and we are going to go. Hang on. There we go. I'll leave Savio on. There we are. On the screen for a sec. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some Coke. And by Coke, this is what I mean. I don't mean anything else, okay? It's cola. Coke Zero. Savio. Savio! Come on, buddy. So this is Savio. Here you go. You say hi. You say hi. Yeah, that's Savio. And he is sweetheart. He does not like this at all. Oh, there's a train going past. Look at little Savio. Oh, and he's cute. Kitty treats for Savio. There we go. Come here. Alright, guys. There was Savio. Savio got his kitty treats. I hope you're all happy. Oh no, we got ads. He might hit you with a spin kick. Oh no. Did you guys see Savio, or did you have ads? Ah, hang on, I'll grab him again. Savio. Here we go. There's my kitty boy. There's my kitty boy. There's. Ah, so not happy about this. Yeah. There he is. Oh, he hates that. Here you go. Want to eat your kitty treats? There you go. What do you guys think? Savio? Fur baby? Cutie pie. Not him trying to escape, right? Hi, Lost. How are you? Welcome in. He's a good boy. Feline fairy Savio Vega. I know, amazing, right? And he's sweet. He's cute. Anyway, we're going to get to the trailer. Is he eating the treats now? Oh, good boy. There you go. You guys fed him. He's had his treats. He's all fed. Oh, yay. Lucky boy. All right. Are you guys ready? We're going to look at this fabulous new trailer from The Sims 4. And I'm hoping that I don't have it too loud. We'll find out. It's a mystery. And we're going to break it down and basically see what's up with it, because so many exciting things. Yay! We've had wrestling this morning, we've had a furry cat, and now we've got The Sims 4. I really hope that I said that this stream is sponsored by EA, because I think I forgot. This stream is sponsored by EA. Thank you, EA, for sponsoring me. Really? It's fantastic. Okay, are you ready? We haven't got any ads. Okay, fantastic. Let's go. No.
Yes, Rinshu. Say, get that.
Shimography.
Ah, yibs. Yeah.
Ashinoy. Nishi Cluthers.
Oh. Neeps. So gonna.
Boy. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Okay, what does everybody think? I like how the recommended video after that is Little Simsy. Whoop. Fantastic. Good job, Little Simsy. Okay. What do we all think? Sorry, I gave you a jump scare, Phoebe. Sorry about that. Hide and seek. Yeah, hi, Rainbow. Welcome on in. Oh my gosh. Now this is what you call an expansion pack. There's so many things in here, and I don't even know where to start, but diving boards. Diving boards is where I start. Rainbow, you're sold on this EP. It looks so good. I think so as well. Like the building, like the sunken hot tub. How long have we wanted sunken hot tubs in the game and diving boards? And yeah, Lost Time Machine. I'm excited about a lot of these features, but it seems a sort of hodgepodge. I get what you're saying about that. There's like a lot of things going on. I feel like there's going to be an overarching connection between them, And I feel like it's the getaway kind of thing. It gives us like different options for getaway. And I feel like that might be the overarching connection. But I get what you're saying though. There is a lot of different little things going on. But I feel like as we get to know it more, we're going to know more about that. The pancake house, the modular playground and water slides. Yes, right? The modular playground, water slides, diving boards. Oh, words. Nixie can't wait. There's actually going to be stuff for kids to do, right? I'm pretty sure I've been complaining about this for a little while. Just the fact that we haven't had much in the way of family gameplay stuff. And also, just like when you get like an A with the kids, you do the aspirations, then what on earth do you do with your children? Like you grow them up? I mean, boring. Let's do more stuff with them. Lost Time Machine. Yeah, the theme feels like a reach, but I'll get it anyway. Exactly. Cleet, how are you? I think the actual reusable diving board is long overdue. Same here. Like, I don't understand why we haven't had it. I don't understand why we haven't had it in the game. It's weird. It's like, it feels like it's always felt like, we have a pool and, it's always with the other Sims franchises, right? You always have a pool and you have a diving board. And it just felt like such an oversight for us not to have a diving board in the Sims 4. And it's like, why don't we have a diving board? It's a basic for the pool and we don't have one. And it's just like, give me diving boards. And now we have diving boards and it makes me so happy. Playground to a slide into a pool merged. Yes. Oh, that would be amazing. Vinny, this feels like a pack refresh from multiple packs crammed into an expansion. Actually, Vinny, you know what? And I think that ties back into Lost Time Machine's point about it feeling a little bit hodgepodge. And that's exactly what I think it is. It's because it feels like outdoor adventure. What is it called? Outdoor retreat. And it feels a little bit like, what's the other pack I thought it was? There's outdoor retreat. There was something else that it reminded me of. Oh, like even like Spa Day with the relaxing stuff. And it feels like a whole lot of different things that should have been in different packs joined into one. And it's like, you know what? I really feel like there might be a very big component of maybe pack cross play in this one, just because it does feel like it should be like, we should have had this with this pack. We should have had this with this pack. We should have had this with this pack. And it's like, it's a whole lot of things that we've wanted for a long time kind of all joined together. And that's amazing, which I think is really cool. Rainbow, I've been wanting to build a kids playground for so long. Oh yeah, same. Like, and being able to do like a water park, like a playground / water park. Oh my gosh, isn't that going to be amazing? I imagine everybody's going to be building like water parks and big parks and playgrounds and everything like that. I mean, I think that's going to be such a big thing for everyone. Cleet, I love the ability to make a playground now. Like, you can actually have a real backyard, right? So not only are we going to have parks, we're actually going to be able to put things in the backyard that aren't a swing, a monkey bar, and a giant oversized spaceship or pirate ship. So, the fact that we've got some new things, I mean, I know we've got the toddler slides and bits and pieces, but, it's nothing that really is something that, most or a lot of people have in their backyards when they have the kids. They have like their little constructed playground, right? And I feel like that really feels a lot more realistic for family gameplay, which I think is fantastic. Yes, Jungle Adventure. Yes, Phoebe, that's another one. That's another one. Like the getaway, the idea of the getaways and everything. I think that's a cool link, having the little getaways. But, the fact that we're getting these little things that we want in the game, and they have wanted in the game with this pack, and it's sort of joining all those things together. I think that's kind of cool. It's going to be interesting to see what the gameplay, trailer reveal looks like. But yeah, we're going to have a wee look through in a second and just see what else we can spot, because there's so many things in here and we're going to break it down. Rainbow, I feel like they've taken the feedback of the community wanting all of these different things and put them together and had to come up with a theme that works. That's exactly it, because it feels like we've got family gameplay with like the summer camp stuff, and then we've got some really cool build buy stuff and bits and pieces for the outdoors, which we've all been wanting for a long time if we're builders, probably for gameplay as well. And then the other thing is, there's like a love kind of hideaway kind of thing as well. So for those people that really like to get into the romance and the gameplay and relationship side of things, there's something there for them as well. So this feels like a pack that has a lot for a lot of players, which I think is really cool. You'd same thought. It makes sense. I think it really does make sense. that we have, you know, all of these sort of different things that it's kind of been joined together with this idea of adventure, like going on, and like, you know, we have this and this and this and this. What's all in common with that? Oh, you know, that could be Sims Adventures. Ta-da! Adventure awaits. Okay, let's see what we've got. So we've got a lighthouse. So that obviously brings in a little bit of Brindleton Bay here. I don't really like, we've got like lots of mountains, and we've got the starry sky and bits and pieces like that. So what do we think? Not all images appear in the game, by the way. So this feels very seaside. So we've kind of got like the little rocks and mountains. Now, I will admit there are elements that do remind me of New Zealand in this so far. So there's like the little takahi, which is running around, which is a New Zealand native bird. It looks very much like the bird that's running around in this trailer. And there is the geysers, like the rock pools and the geysers. We have a place in New Zealand called Rotorua, and it very much has that. It has like the wooden walkways running through it, and it's got like the little geysers and the hot mud pools and everything like that. It stinks. It's like this, like you go into the Rotorua and the whole city just like smells like sulfur. It's really interesting. Yeah, and New Zealand is known as like a bit of an adventure place. So I don't know. There might be hints of New Zealand in there, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, this is like very much a coastal little town running through here. Which I think is really interesting. I like the little islands and the rocks in the water. That's something that they don't do a lot of. So that feels very, very like almost natural there. And then you can see like the canoeing. So canoeing is one of the things that we will be able to do. So what do you guys think about that? Being able to canoe to get around? I imagine that would sort of function, you know, a little bit like with, what is it? Oh, island living. You know how in island living you can do the sailing with the boat, and you can do like the jet skiing. You know, just like another water sport that you can kind of add into the mix. But I think that's a cool thing to be able to do. I wonder how they're going to monitor that. Is that kind of like in the same areas maybe that you could do swimming, do you think? Yeah, island living, right? Yeah. Also the lighthouse is really interesting. It almost looks like there's someone here. Like, can you see like there's almost a shadow in the lighthouse? Maybe there's a mystery in the lighthouse. I love lighthouse mysteries. I think that sounds fun. But yeah, I like the idea of canoeing. And then this is another thing that kind of reminded me of New Zealand a little bit, because we have these pretty famous, I don't know that it's necessarily jellyfish in them, but we have these pretty famous caves called the Waitomo caves, and they're glowworm caves, and you can kind of go through the glowworm caves and do like a tour and stuff on a boat, etc., etc. We don't have so much the jellyfish. I don't think the glowing jellyfish, but that's pretty cool, right? With like going into the glowing cave and that sort of thing. I do wonder if this would maybe be like a little secret area or something. You know how we have Sylvan Glade and the Forgotten Grotto and stuff. Do you reckon this could be like another little secret area? Imagine if it was a secret area. I mean, that would be so cool. And you have to go, oh, what if the secret area is accessed through the lighthouse? I mean, I think that would be amazing. But yes, could be a secret area, which I think is really cool. Because I don't see it being like a standalone area by itself, but like an accessed secret area. I think that would be amazing. But like swimming with the jellyfish seems like a risky business. Like they would sting you, but maybe they're the non-sting one. I was watching this episode of Survivor recently, and they had this pool, and it was this pool that had been there for a long, long time. And basically, because there was no predators or whatever in there for the jellyfish, they'd actually lost their sting, so you could actually go swimming with these amazing jellyfish. So, you know, perhaps that could be something that is actually a thing in the world, that you don't have jellyfish with stings, which is pretty cool. And it looks so pretty. Glowy things, right? So that's awesome. And then, so this is like the dock thing that we got with Island Living. So you can sort of see the archery here, diving off or jumping off the edge into the water. We can't normally do that, right? I don't think we can. So that's cool. Now we can see we've got some new cast, got some new hairstyles here. We might be able to see that in closer. And also, look at this, spandrels and columns running through here. Like we've got a little crisscross spandrel running up through there. It looks like a new chimney as well. Signage. There's definitely new windows by the looks of things. I do wonder whether or not we're going to get a new foundation with this, like with the You know, the Stilt Foundation, which would be quite cool. Okay. Running through, and then exercise equipment. So we've got bikes. Yes. So now we can do bikes and free weightlifting, which is pretty cool. I think that's amazing. Oh, look at the side of the world and behind there. The rocks are reminding me a little bit of like Tartosa and stuff. And then you got the lighthouse. This is very coastal. Very coastal. Look at this with the build buy down here. And like the little items down here. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, Clay, you're looking for the new build buy stuff. Yeah, so am I. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't even looking at the cats, but look, these new hairstyles, I can see them there. Like, this is a new one. This is a new one, I think. It's a bit hard to see, but I've got some pictures I can show you guys as well. And we'll go through and have a look at that. I think we'll be able to see the cats a little bit better with that. But yeah, let's like look at all the build buy through here, the new weight stuff. And then butterfly catching. That's going to be a cool activity for the kids. And obviously adults as well. So doing a little bit of butterfly catching. I think that'll be fun. And then so that you can sort of see a little bit of Cass there. She's got like a new hair, new hat, it looks like. That looks like a new jumper as well. I wonder what this thing is. Does it... I don't know what that is. I mean, it looks like a giant lifeguard tower, but that seems nonsensical. I don't know what that is. There we go. So this is one of like the little geysers, like the mud pool / geyser thing. It could be like a little nod to Old Faithful as well. Like that's the US geyser thing, right? Old Faithful. Oh, look at the little earrings there as well. New facial things, it looks like. A watchtower. A watchtower? You can probably climb it. You were excited about it, Rainbow, doing the caps. Oh boy, appreciate that. It would be cool if you could climb it. I don't know what you would do on top of it. Maybe it could be like a romantic kind of lookout thing or something. That would be quite cool, right? And then that sort of brings in, and then that's you guys are going up. Adventure awaits. So this is a look at the pool slides and the pool. So this is like a nice little cute backyard. Oh, look at the windows and the wallpaper there. Windows are interesting. I don't know if I like them or not yet. They're interesting. So we've got the pool slide running down. You were thinking it might be like the summit. Oh, in Mount Komorebi, right? Did Kiwi say geyser, like geyser or geyser? Geyser. Not like geezer. Geyser. If that makes sense. So we say it like the second one, geyser. Geyser. Geezer? I don't know. Who says geezer? Geezer, geyser. Do you say geezer or geyser? Like a gee or a guy? A gee or a guy? That's the American way. The British way is to say it geezer. Really? Well, there you go. Interesting. Geezer. See, I've always said it geyser. So, I don't know. Maybe I picked that up from somewhere weird. Entirely possible. Yeah, that would be cool if you could do something like up at the summit and like have a little activity and stuff. That would be fun. But yes, look at this. It's not a new barbecue, is it? We've got like a little, looks like another little lounge chair type thing. The diving boards and the slides. I'm just like, yes. And it looks like a new roof as well. So that's cool. Anything exciting there? I think there's some new Cass. New Cass here. Yeah, new Cass here. Looks like a new little bench here at the back too, which is cool. Okay, and then we've got this creepy doll. Now, you guys might not think this is creepy. I think this doll is a little creepy. It's like a little clown doll. And I don't know what that's about. I feel like it's going to come to life at summer camp and do some awful things. That's what I kind of feel like. Yeah, this thing here. I'm a little I'm a little bothered by this doll. I'm not gonna lie. I wish we could see the front of it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it has like a clown face. So yeah, it's not an imaginary friend. It might be an imaginary friend. I can see it, but yes, it might be an imaginary friend. schedule a getaway. Off we go. I want to get away from my creepy clown imaginary friend. Hang on, we can see the front of it there. Look, it's got like a little sad clown face. Is this a tragic clown doll? No. It could be. Like, maybe that's what it is. Like, it's a nod to the tragic clown, but in doll form. And it's given, like, they've given it, like, a fun spinny cap. Imagine that. Ooh. New death by imaginary friend. So does this mean we're not getting a new world? From what I can tell, we're getting a new world. Yeah. Yep. I think we're getting a new world. It would be awesome if it is. I don't see them killing any children, but I would see that as a new death for adults. Yes. Definitely an imaginary friend, looks similar to the Sims 3 one. Oh, was there a Sims 3 one? Okay. So we're looking at an imaginary friend. It's not a clown. It's got a clown face, Nixie. It looks like a clown to me. So this is sort of the getaway thing with the cabins, like lots of, like, it feels half tropical, half forest, which is kind of New Zealandy. Lost you were worried you were just getting getaway destinations. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know for sure. I haven't seen it either, but I'm pretty sure this feels like a... Oh, I didn't even think about that, actually. Like, we've got, like, destination worlds instead of, like, maybe we have, 3 destination worlds instead of 1 actual world. Oh. Interesting idea. So imagine if we had, like, 3 outdoor retreat worlds instead of having, like an integrated world in the world. I don't know. That's an interesting way to go. I feel like we are going to get a world and it's going to be, like, maybe in 3 different areas, and, like, there's going to be maybe 3 different islands or something like that. Maybe it's going to be done as islands, or I don't know. That's interesting. You sent me a picture of Sims 3 imaginary friends. Thank you. Nix, it's not a clown. Okay, it's not a clown. It looks like a clown, but it's not a clown. Lost Time Machine, you have 0 interest in worlds my Sims can't live in. Yeah, I feel like this is... I don't feel like they would do this as a destination thing. I feel like you could live in these worlds, but I don't know. I really don't. It's going to be interesting. I'll show you guys some pics after we've done this, and we'll have a little bit more of a talk about that, because there's something there that makes me think it is a world, but you are onto something there that possibility does lie there, that it could be actually, oh my god, look at the freestanding slide. It could be destination. I don't think they would do that though, because that's kind of irritating. Like, you wouldn't. Oh, you put that bug in my head now. I don't know. I don't know. But look, like the freestanding side, we've got another, swing set, camping chairs, the cute little cabins. I love the spandrel work there. Entranceway. Can't see anything exciting. Maybe that tree there could be quite exciting. But yeah, and the docks as well with that flooring is pretty cool. So getaway to Camp Gibby Gibby. So it feels like there's like 3 main areas that we get to go to with this getaway pack. With the Adventure Away. So there's Camp Gibby Gibby, and then there was like the something for the parents, and then there was like the love one, right? So that feels like neighborhoods possibly as well. You need to say stretch, not save. Okay, thank you. Stretch, done. Okay, so we've got some new items. We've got the free hanging hat, a balloon, some rope, a little lamp there. Darts, we can throw darts. Bunk beds, new bunk beds. Ooh, and there's like a little toy there. There's a fan, TV, a little seat there. Looks like a little end table as well. Cute little artwork. Okay, and we've got a new creative desk as well, so we can do some more artwork on that. Rubik's Cube. That's a flashback to, you know what actually this feels like to me? You know how when you go camping, right? Or you go to a camp, I assume this has been a while since I've been camping, but and you go there and you've kind of got like the things in your cabin, and they're kind of the stuff that you've stored there. It's stuff that doesn't really require electricity. It's like your board games, Rubik's Cube, stuff like that. And it feels quite like a flashback almost to things that we had in like the 80s, in the 90s maybe, that have just kind of been stored away, and there's things that, you know, come out every summer or whatever. That's kind of what it makes me feel like. That Heart Rock is cute, yes. The kids playing a Pokemon-ish game. Yes. Little doll. And the flippity flappity. Which one do you like? You know, do you remember those from high school? I can't remember what they were called, but they're like little fortune teller type things. And you would like make them up, and you'd like write all the little options on there, and you'd go, "This, which one would you like?" And you would like open it up, and you'd reveal who you're gonna marry or which color you liked or whatever. Yeah, fortune tellers. Yes. Flashback to 80s horror films. Well, I mean, you could absolutely go that direction with this stuff. If you wanted to do like a horror movie version of this, I mean, I think you could absolutely do that. New Blackbirds. I know, finally. And look, it's the creepy not a clown doll. This looks like a new book. Oh, look, it's got bookcase. It's sort of like a storage shelf, and it has board games and stuff on it. That's cool. And that looks maybe like a little butterfly catcher. A new bench, bookshelf. Okay. Turn it. Oh, it's not. Oh, look. There we go. So you can turn this doll, this not a clown doll. It's a clown, man. You can turn it into an imaginary friend. So it's not an imaginary friend until you turn it into an imaginary friend. Well, there you go. Also, that plant. Hello, that's super cute. Actually, I really like the pattern on those rugs. I'm just going to get distracted by the bed. Sorry, the bugs and the pictures. But yes, so that's how that functions, is that you have this toy and you can turn it into an imaginary friend. I wonder what would happen with the imaginary friend. It's a freaking clown doll. Look. I'm sorry. It looks like a clown to me. Why are you ruining this pack for me? I'm sorry, I didn't put it in there. Oh dear. Okay, hugs. We've got glass. I think there may be new glasses to the kids. Oops, that's a little blurry. So this is our constructible playground. I feel like this is kind of like the banner piece for this pack for me. Just the diving boards in the constructible, you know, the slottable playgrounds, how they can just kind of all like construct together. This looks like a real life playground, and I love that. I feel like there's a sense of realism there. We've got like different slides coming down. We've got like different activities on here, little tunnels. I mean, how cool is this? This is so cool. I love it. I think this is going to be amazing. We're going to be able to do some really cool stuff with this. Not only are we going to be able to do like playgrounds, but I wonder if you could attach these to houses. That would be interesting. If we could attach that to houses, that would be really fascinating. Huh. Like, imagine if you could have like a building, right? And you could do like a slide coming off the building. So like you know, you could have like a whole pool area, and yeah, you know, you could like have the slide coming off the pool area and everything like that. So I think that would be really cool to have like this, like all the slottable kind of slides, but then you could kind of attach it to a building, and you could have like you know, an upstairs sort of building, like level of a pool center, and then like you have the slide coming down and then going into the pool. How amazing would that be? And yes, Barbie Dream House. You could totally Barbie Dream House with this as well, with the slide coming down. I think people are going to have fun with that. I'm just really curious about how this interacts with a house, though. I think it's going to be amazing just to build like the playgrounds, but how is it going to go with the houses? Let's find out. I mean, lots of colors in there. I think that's going to be pretty epic. Yeah, there we go. And rock, paper, scissors. Or is it, what else did they call it? Bam show? No, show. There's some other word for it. Rochambeau? Some word for it. I don't know what the word is, but there's some word for it. Rock, paper, scissors, anyway. And it looks like they're doing like little battles. Yeah. Okay, battles. They got little headbands, hiding in boxes, hide and seek. Of course, hide and seek. I found you. So there's so many activities. And look, the archery, of course. The archery is pretty cool. A little dangerous seeming, but pretty cool. I love that. I love it. I love that. That's going to be fun. So we've got Happy Camper, which turns into a camp director. So that's obviously a new job, which I think is fun. Hairstyle for kids. So that's interesting. So obviously, I feel like the Happy Camper is like a new trait, perhaps, and I feel like the camp director might be a new job. Do you guys think? Yeah, hiding in boxes. That's pretty fun, right? I think that's pretty fun. It's going through there, and I might turn the sound up a little smidge when I'm doing this. So then, whoop, oh, it's really loud. I just wanted to have it a little tiny bit. So what have we got in here? So we've got lots of mess, but the biggest thing for me is we've got like lots of hanging things over here. So this feels like a hall cabinet. New wallpaper. Looks like possibly a new ceiling. New spandrels. And we've got a blender. We can make smoothies! Yes! You love the art on the wall there? Yes. I pointed at that when I was watching the trailer through because I was just like, nature art! Yes! We need more nature art! It's not some sort of stupid art. It's nature art. It makes me so excited. There's that little new doll there down there as well. What else can we see? It looks like a new table. No, it's a new table and chairs for sure. And a new console table. That's that plant again. I'm not sure what this is. Not sure what that is. That could be new, whatever that is. That sort of clutter, bits and pieces around the place. Yeah, that looks good. She's like, oh my god, life is so hard. Oh, new item there. New item there. Very cool. There's a table or something next to the counters. Or is it this one? Or is it something else? There's the console table and there's the table. Oh, yeah. You're right. Right at the end of the counters, it's like a little kitchen counter thing. A little, little kitchen island wheelie thing. Ooh. Yeah, there, you're right. It's like the one that we got with the kitchen clutter kit, right? That's awesome. And actually, this is a different plant up here as well. So there's like this plant here. I think this one is slightly different. Or it's the same plant, different pot. Ew. So blenders, yay, we can make smoothies. Oh, there was a new kitchen thing here as well. There, you can sort of see it there with like this, the grater and stuff in it, which is quite cool. Kitchen accessories, into that. New exercise equipment, kids fighting. Don't think that's new curtains. That's a new couch there. Can't wait for the blender. It's such a small thing, but awesome. Yeah, it does. It's just one of those things that you have in real life, and it feels like, it's just one of those things that it feels like it should be in the game, but isn't. So it's quite interesting. Revive and Thrive. So the first getaway was Camp Gibby. So the second giveaway, Revive and Thrive. So this feels like a little bit of one of the sort of the things that we should have had maybe with Spa Day is like a place to get away. Like all of the worlds seem very similar to each other, so I feel like maybe they're going to be in different sections of the worlds, but really got it in my head about the fact that maybe we are getting destination worlds for this, but I don't know. Very, very interesting. Competitive, so that's a new trait. Excellent. And then that's going to be spin class, so that's our little ridey bikesies. Wallpaper there, you can sort of see there, wallpapers. Hairstyles, outfits, so there's going to be lots of like sportsy kind of stuff, which is pretty cool. And the free lifting weights is awesome, so we're going to have some really good opportunities to make gyms. And then diving boards. Yes, look at this, different height diving boards. That's exciting. I know it's been so long since we've gotten new exercise equipment. Like it's always been like a rehash of what we had before, but this is brand new, which is awesome. I love it. So different height diving board. These like little lights here. I feel like, yeah, those are definitely little lights, I think. And we've got the new seats. Not too much else new here. I mean, that's all base game. New outfits there. So we're going to have some new swimwear. We're going to have some new sportswear, which I think is really cool. I think the cast people are going to enjoy that because we've kind of been a bit on sportswear for a while. So I feel like we need that sort of influx of sportswear, and there's a new outdoor light there too, which I think is cool. Looks really nice, right? And then we've still got that blender, little bits and pieces. So this feels like it would actually really work in quite nicely with the Spa Day pack. And then we got Don Lothario. Don, 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 don. This is just the Don Lothario house, right? The Caliente house. Schedule a getaway. The sisters are like, we're getting away from Don. And so this is the third area that we get away to, which is the Love Highland. So that's interesting. So this is more of like an adult getaway. So, you know, this is more of the saucy romantic leaning into it. But I really, really like all of the... Is this a new foundation? Oh my gosh, I think we've got a new foundation. So I like we've got a new roof, we've got a new chimney, we've got new wallpaper here, new windows, another new wallpaper. Actually, that's not a new wallpaper, that's base game. And then we've got like what looks like a new foundation, which will be amazing. It's like The Bachelor. Yeah, exactly. So this is probably a good look at some of the casts that we've got coming in the game, like little crop tops and stuff, like very kind of relaxed wear. That's what it really feels like. It's like feels very relaxed and like, you know, the kind of clothes that you would wear on holiday, which I think is fun. Cool hairstyle there, hairstyle there, hairstyle there. The brown hair you love. Yeah, that's cute with the little braids. I've got my little Wednesday pigtails today. I made little Wednesday pigtails. But yeah, this is very much relaxed holiday wear. Possibly a new tattoo there as well, or a couple of new tattoos. Potentially too. So this is a new thing. This is a brand new thing. So we've got like a getaway and it has a challenge attached to it. So there's a challenge modifier. I have no idea how this is going to work in the game, but this looks exciting. So you've got like player choice elimination, creative skills contest, romantic elimination. Everyone hates each other. I want to go through and just see if I can catch them all. Player choice elimination, creative skills contest, activity shuffle, everyone hates each other, romantic competition elimination. Go back a bit further. Woo! Cooking competition. Oh, cooking competition! Creative, activity shuffle. This is really hard to get this. Activity shuffle. Everyone hates each other. Cooking competition. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Now, we'll pause on this because this is exciting. You love that we're getting more modern casual options. Me too. I feel like it makes absolute sense when you're having like little getaways and stuff to have cast that matches that, like you're on holiday. And it's not like you, I mean, I don't know about you guys. When I go on holiday, I'm not wearing like formal wear or anything like that, generally. Unless I'm going out for dinner, maybe. You mean we can recreate Bake Off? This is what I'm thinking. So we've got like we can cook off against each other. So we can have cooking competitions in the game. Like, imagine that! Like having cooking competitions in the game. How amazing would that be? I think that would be amazing. I'm just really interested in that. That's been the gameplay that's made me go, that could be quite intriguing. So I reckon you could do some really cool challenges with that, which I love. So this got me extremely hyped. We've got a sunken hot pool. I am hyped for this because I've wanted this for a while for like outdoor areas, which is really cool. This isn't a new fence or anything. This is just a wall with the glass wall in it. This, I don't know if this is a new fence or not. It's definitely a new foundation, I feel like. But it looks great. Yes, the hot tub. I know, the hot tub delights me in so many ways. Dawn. He got eliminated. Bye, Dawn. So I think this looks fantastic. Honestly, it looks like a world and not a destination to me, but I don't know. Now I'm just like questioning myself on that one. But there's some gorgeous stuff. There's like some stuff on the wall. You got your kayaks and everything like that. I think everything is going to be like really on the water, just because there's a lot of decks and a lot of water stuff that you can do and bits and pieces. I actually really like that they're using half wall with a glass. Yeah, I've done that in a build, and I think it's a great idea. It's like a really nice way to make like a clear glass fence, which I think is really cool in base game. You laugh so hard when they showed Dawn Eliminated, so did I. I thought that was amazing. I was like, oh, Dawn. Hilarious. Create and customize venues. Wow. Okay, so I was just talking earlier about how these playgrounds will integrate with houses, and you can sort of see they're kind of like built in with the house here. I don't know how, like, I don't think you can probably go like a, like a slide straight out of a wall, but I think you could like create like a little outside area that links to the slide and have it coming out of the wall, which I think is really fun. And design your own getaways. So that's like the pancake house that we were talking about, which is really exciting. You kind of got the syrup coming down out on the outside. So now this makes sense, because this area here is where you cook against each other and you have the cooking competition. So this is actually a little cooking competition going on, and it's got like Bob Pancakes running the cooking competition at the pancake house. How amazing is that? Bob Pancakes, pancake competition at the pancake house. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. I'm very curious about how this world is laid out. And maybe there's like a woohoo and water option. Sim it and see. I don't know. I don't know about the worlds thing. So we're going to get the gameplay trailer on September the 10th, which should be pretty cool. And there are some pre-order items. So we've got the Toasty Tower Lamp, the Toast Tea Kettle, and the Toasty Tootsies Socks. So there's the new socks, Tea Kettle, and Key Kettle, and a lamp. So there we go. That was the trailer. Fan-diddly-tastic. I loved it. I'm very excited about it. I want to show you guys also some pictures, if I can bring that up. Okay, so these are the pictures that I've gotten from the EA network. So this is sort of like some screenshots of stuff that we'll be seeing in the game. So this is looking, I think, at the butterfly hunting here. So you can sort of see like a little bit of the world and how that's sort of laid out a little bit, I think, which I think is cool. The pancake house is genius. Yeah, I loved the pancake house. That was fantastic. So it feels like very green, and then you can sort of see him coming off the slide there, and the camp director going like, "Yeah, I like it." This cracked me up, this picture, just because this guy's like so into it. He's like, "Oh yeah." Slow clap. You do it, fella. And then this is the kayaking. So this feels like Camp Gibby. So it's like the imaginary friend can go swimming and do all the stuff, all the little bits and pieces there, which I think is cool. Running from that. And then, now I don't know what this is. This is not in the trailer. And I literally have no freaking idea what this is about. I don't know why we got this picture in this. I don't understand it, and I'm very curious about this. This was such an anomaly in the pictures that we got, and I'm just like, what on earth is this? Because I don't understand. It's some sort of, is it space camp? Maybe it's like a space camp or something. Maybe it's like one of those customizable venues, perhaps. It could be that. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I can see some of the new building stuff, I think. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one. Yeah, I think it feels like one of those customizable venues that is like a space camp or something. This is what it feels like to me. It's got like a little camp picture there and stuff. And bits and pieces around the place. But I can't see too many, like there's a sort of camping stuff. Yeah, it feels like almost, this is built in, oh no, there's a tragic clown. I told you, it's the tragic clown doll. I told you guys. So there's a tragic clown, This is really intriguing. So we've got like a weird kind of venue area. I really don't know what's going on there. It's really fascinating. And then, so this is another look at some of the fitness and bits and pieces that we've got going on. So you can sort of see this little item here, which I don't think we've seen anywhere else. So it's got like a little stack of wood underneath the seat, which I think is neat. And it's like a couple of the dresses that I don't think we've seen either, which I thought was cute. I really like this braid with the hair coming around the side. I thought that was really adorable. This wall stuff with the plant, that's really cute. I think I'd be using those all the time. Jug there, and then I think you get a really good look at the kids kind of camp thing here. So you kind of got the fortune teller. You've got fairy bread. Do you guys have fairy bread? I know it's definitely a Kiwi thing, where it's basically bread and butter, and you put like the rainbow sprinkles on it. But I don't know. Everybody has fairy bread, right? I'm sure that's a normal thing. Not a fan of the dress, but it might be the pattern. The yellow one, or the one up, or that one there with the Juicy dress, or the summer dress. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I quite like the bottom of it, like the top, yeah. But quite like the bottom of it. I don't mind the dress. I don't mind the dress. Yeah, so you can kind of see like it's the bookshelf, kind of like some of the stuff on the wall. It looks like a new trunk there. I think possibly a new dresser as well. The bunk bed's running up, and yeah, it's definitely like the little butterfly catcher and stuff, and the creepy dolls. So that's pretty cool. Then this is the playground, so you can sort of see that constructed there. We've got our archery, the little doll. I imagine she's an imaginary friend doll as well, and the arts and crafts. So it looks like you can do arts and crafts around the place, which is fun. Oh, that'll be making like the darts and the fortune teller and stuff. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then this is looking at the pool stuff again. So we've got like the high diving board, we've got the slide going in, we've got the low diving board, and we've got the sunken hot tub. So there we've got the chairs there. Oh, there's a new clock. No way. No way. There's a new clock. We haven't had a new clock in I don't know how long. A new clock. That makes me excited. I don't even care if I like it or not. We've just got a new clock, which is amazing. This looks like an outdoor shower as well over here. I don't know if can you guys see that? But yeah, that looks like an outdoor shower that we've got too, which is pretty cool. So a new outdoor shower, because it's been a while since we've had like one of those. Looks like a new dormer too up here. Definitely new door, windows, that sort of thing. Stairs. I feel like this is new paving up around here as well. Yeah, it looks like new paving, and yeah, so new flooring there too. Very cool. Okay, so this is kind of like a little look at some of the world stuff. So when we were looking at it, so this is the when I was talking about the hot pool / geyser, and it has like the little walkways running through here. And then you got your lookout tower, which we did see in other pictures as well. And look, there's the other lookout tower there. So I feel like this is kind of near this camp here, if that makes sense. Because it's like the same lookout tower in the same area. And look, it's a little takahi. It's like a New Zealand bird. And then that's the cave. And you know what's quite interesting about this one is that the costume. So we've got like the little takahi costume. And they're doing something in the water here, and it looks a little bit like gold panning. And I don't know whether or not any of you guys have done gold panning before. It's something that I used to actually do as a kid, because my dad was into it, and we would go camping, and he'd take the gold pans with us, and like there'd be like different rivers and that sort of thing where you can find gold, and you sort of go out there and you like kind of swish the water through the gold pan, and like have like the little gravel and bits and pieces in the bottom of it. And you kind of go swish, 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 and then kind of like swish it, swish it, swish it, and keep going until you kind of got like the smallest kind of pieces left in the pan. And like you sometimes pick up like little pieces of gold and stuff from doing that. Like there's some of the rivers in New Zealand, like where we lived in the South Island, that you could just sit there and you could gold pan and you could pick up little bits of gold. Like nothing that's gonna make you rich, probably, but yeah, I do wonder whether or not this is gold panning. Is where I was going with that, which might be quite an interesting little hobby, because they're thinking about gems. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they're sort of like doing some sort of mineral hunting through the water, and it's like a little bit of gold panning or something, which would be cool. But yeah, that's something I used to do with my dad when we went camping is gold panning. So yeah. Oh, stretch and hydrate 1 hour. Thank you. Next up, hydrate. So this is some more of the butterfly catching. Cute plant that I don't think I'll probably use for much. Oh, there's like a new little kid's hairstyle, like with the braids. So that's a little toddler hairstyle. Interesting. Alright, and then this is what we sort of saw in the trailer there. It's him jumping in the water. Nothing too exciting there. Or was that where we started? Yeah, that's where we started. So yeah, what do you guys think? I'm excited. I'm excited for the gameplay trailer, and I think there's some amazing things in there. I'm really curious about how they will actually put this world together. I would really like it if it wasn't a whole lot of destination worlds. I would like it just to be a world where you could live in it as well. But I don't know. We'll see. You want it, Finny? I want it as well. I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be good. But we're going to be building a cabin today, which I think will be fun. Bit of a cabin build. We'll see how that kind of goes. What do we got? 30 by 20. I have not planned this out at all. But, we'll just do it. Opting. An IV drip and chair-based traction system would be a real time saver for a streamer who wanted to bypass the whole stretch and hydrate reminders. Also, hi. Hi, Opting. How are you today? I hope you're well. I'm going to take face cam off for this part. There we go. So I hope you're well. Stretch and hydrate. Yeah, basically just we need a nurse to come in and massage our muscles and make sure that we have kept our muscles from atrophying. Oh my god. I don't know if I've ever built in Granite Falls now that I think about it. Oh, I'm already annoyed by the trees. I haven't even done anything yet. I hope they learn their lesson on Destination Worlds. Like, I think it's fine for like a game pack or something like that, but you know, when it's for a world like this where we want to have like, you know, family gameplay and stuff, we still want to have residentials and stuff. I think this is the front of the lot. Sorry, I'm just trying to decide this. Oh my god, the trees everywhere. Let's go to a different lot. I don't want trees everywhere. Rainbow, I booked time off months ago and it's coincided with the pack release. Yes! That's amazing! So the pack release, have they said when the pack releases yet? I know they've got the gameplay. Did they actually say when the when the pack releases? I don't know. Have they? I've lost track of what I know and what I don't know. It's like I know. Yeah, you must know when the pack releases then, because it's about a month out, right? So that would make sense. So a release is in about a month. How do people build on this? Don't they get like really irritated with the trees? I get really irritated with the trees. Anyhow, that's fine. October 2nd? Okay, it is October 2nd. Good. It's like I knew that, but I wasn't sure whether or not it was public information or not. I was like, I don't know if I should say these things or not. Should I say it? Should I not say it? I don't know. I'm just like, you know, you kind of lose track a little bit sometimes with this stuff. And yes, I'm glad. Okay, October the 2nd. That's not far away. We've got a month to get hyped about this. Google says it's October the 2nd, so I'm trusting that. Okay. Google says, then we know what's up with that then. What am I doing? What am I doing? Good question. I'm building a cabin. Have we got some better lighting? There we go. We've got some better lighting. You know what I want to play around with? I want to play around with, you know, I haven't actually ever done this before, but you know how you can like do a window in your roof? Maybe I should probably do this off stream when I'm not trying to concentrate on talking, but I know there's a way of doing like a little, no, it's not like that. You know, like a little inserted window thing that opens up like an open skylight, but I don't know how to do it. I've never looked it up how to do it, and I meant to look it up, but anyway, apparently today I want to do it on stream live for the first time without looking up how to do it. Extremely intelligent, that's me. So yeah, I haven't ever done that before. Has anyone ever done that before? You know how you kind of put like some glass in here, and I know that there's a way of making it look like it's opening up, like kind of going like this. You know? That sort of thing there, and like having it come up and look like it's maybe open a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. And open on the top. It was at the end of the trailer that it's 2nd of October, so Google is right. Ah, fantastic. Excellent job, Google. You know, Nixie? Excellent. You can talk me through it. I don't know how to... I don't know. I shouldn't do this on live on stream, because I have no idea what I'm doing, and I really need to look up the technique for it before I start doing something. But anyway, I know there's a way to do it, but I haven't actually taught myself how to do it at this point. But I know there's a way. I'll come back to that. So, yeah, I just wanted to have like a cute little... Yeah, someone I did watched it recently as well, and I didn't actually pick up the how of it because I was just kind of like doing other things at the time. And I was like, oh, I have to actually go back and rewatch that just to pick up the how of it. And then I didn't. So here I am. Not knowing how to do it still. But it looked really cool. Like having like the little open section and stuff. I thought that looked really awesome. So I thought that would be fun to do. But I don't really know that... I don't really remember how to do it. I'll look it up one day, and I'll do another cabin, and I'll have that little feature on it, and it'll look cool. I promise. But it's like having something like, you know, a little window sticking out. Oh well. I'll do it another day. It's fine. We will have, instead, like a little glass section, and it'll be pretty. It's the first roof. That's okay, Nix. I don't think we're going to be able to get that across on through chat. I'll look it up and I'll tell you guys how to do it. I'll do a build with it and we'll work out how to do it. I promise. Because I've been fascinated with doing it. I saw it and I was just like, oh yeah, I want to learn how to do that. And so I will. Yeah, it's too hard on chat. Yeah, exactly. No way we're going to get it across on chat. But that's fine. I've got to spend some time just going through and watching some other build videos and learning some new techniques, I reckon. I don't always have time to do it, but I want to do it more than I have. Learn some stuff. That's a good thing, I feel like. I feel like learning's good, right? So, a little cabin. I thought it could be like a cute little modern cabin. I didn't want to do like a rustic one. I want to do modern. Like, you know, with a cute little porch around it and stuff like that. I think it'd be gorgeous. But this is my first time building in Granite Falls. I just have never thought to build here. Although, to be fair, I don't often think about building in, you know, in destination worlds very often. It's just not high on my to think about kind of thing. So, yeah, I don't often think about it. So I don't often do it. AKA, I have never done it. It's just not my go-to. But I think it's just because it's so limited in terms of the fact you can do vacation rentals or vacation rentals. And that's it. You know? So it's just like, well, unless I'm in the mood to build a vacation rental, it's not probably going to happen, is it? So it is what it is. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of cabins coming up in the future. There's going to be rec centres, pool venues. What else do you think people would like to build with this? I mean, definitely the camping grounds and the getaways. I mean, being able to make our own getaway is going to be really cool. But I think I'm definitely most excited about the playgrounds, diving pools, diving boards, and the playgrounds, the diving boards, the slides, and the sunken pools. I think those are my kind of like look at them and just go, oh, I want them so much. Items, you know, how you sort of see items in the trailer and you just go, I want them so much. And yeah, those are probably the items for me where I'm just like, yes, I want them. With all my little velvety heart. I'm very greedy when it comes to new things, and okay. As soon as I see them, I'm just like, yes, I want them. Nasina, hi! Popping in to say hi, love you all. Aw, thank you, sweetheart. I hope you're well today. We've been looking at the new trailer and getting all hyped up for it, as you do. And, what's an easy way to do that? I'm very excited about it. So, yes. I hope, have you seen, oh yeah, I know you've seen it, actually. What were you thinking? Are you excited about it? We were looking at all the new things, and probably not too much at the cast so much, because I'm not very good at recognizing new casts, to be fair, but there was like some really cool like sporty outfits and stuff there, and a new hair for toddlers that we saw, which I thought was really cool. And I am most excited about a number of things, but I'm very curious about whether or not this world will have will be in an actual world, or if it'll be a destination world. Because, yeah, I've got that in my head now, and now I'm like, oh man, I don't want it to be a destination world. Okay, I think I got them all. I got some more. It's gonna be cute. You're very excited. You're excited about kids' activities and new gym equipment because, yes, yeah, because it's been about 63 million years since we've had anything new. So, absolutely. Absolutely, we're excited about it. Oh, I have to place these all individually. I'm not doing pack limited for this. I'm just building with whatever I feel like building with, which is nice. I've been doing so many pack limited builds lately that just being able to use all my packs is feels like a treat. Da da da. Do a little ding 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 ding. I don't want you going there. So yeah, we're just building a little cabin. It's not a destination world. It's already been said you can live there. Okay, fantastic. I haven't seen where that said that, but that makes me happy. We definitely did not want it to be a I wonder if I can do like this little spandrels and stuff under there. Okay, why not? Some of it's not working. That's why not, maybe. Okay, so that's confirmed then. Yay! It's not a destination world. That's good. Was a little bit worried about that, I've got to say. I didn't even think about it until I think it was Lost mentioned that it might be a destination, and might be destination worlds or something, but which was a possibility, but I'm glad that it's not, because I didn't want it to be. Look at all this detail under here that nobody will ever see. Do you guys do that? Like you build and like it's ridiculous little detail that nobody will ever see or notice, and you're like, you spend 20 minutes doing something stupid like that. You're like, nobody's ever going to see this, but I'm doing it anyway. As you do. Can't remember viable source thematically or someone like that. Okay. Alright, cool. That's relief. Not a random. Yay! Well, that's good. Good. I'm glad. I might do this like as a medium wall, I think. Just give us a little bit height to see what we're... a little bit more height to see what we're doing. And I'm thinking I might match the spandrel to the thing. Gotta find what I'm looking for. There we go, enchanted by nature. You know what? I don't think I want to do that column. I think I want to do like maybe something a little bit more rustic. It just, color-wise, it kind of worked with what I was doing, but nah. Okay, we'll go horse ranch. I feel like just something decorative doesn't really work with a cabin, so not with this particular cabin. I'm not going rustic, but I am going modern. Well, semi-rustic, I guess. Just not full-on rustic. There we go. Ness, you're snuggled up in bed, gonna likely hang out and lurk till I pass out. Very sleepy today. Ah, well, you head off and fall asleep to the dulcet tones of me going, oh my god, new pack, exciting. As I do. But thank you for popping in. I appreciate that. Appreciate that you did. So thank you, Ness. I hope you have a lovely day. Also, for those that are wondering, I am streaming across 2 platforms today, so if you do hear me chatting away to people that you can't see, that's why. I'm not an entirely strange lunatic off in the corner talking to herself with her imaginary friend that she just got with her new Adventure Awaits pack. I don't have it. I'm just kidding. I'm just across on 2 platforms. It's fine. Thank you, Vinny. Much appreciated. I don't know. Do I want to do this fencing or do I want to do a different kind of fencing? Feels a bit raunchy. What else we got in the way of fencing? I mean, we've got this one, which is kind of... Actually, yeah, that one suits. Kind of, like, cabins are a little bit, you know, ranch housey, aren't they? At the end of the day. A little bit. I feel like. There's definitely a similarity between the old cabin and the old ranch house. For sure. Oh, that's looking cute already. Here we go. Looking cute already. Smashing out a little cabin. Love it. But yeah, it's been an age since I've built a cabin. Like, I'm not much for building cabins. I have built a couple of cabins here and there in my day, but nothing too much. So, you know, the fact that we're building a cabin today is quite fun. I want to have like I'll probably go on like a little cabin kind of, you know, streak as you do. I feel like I will. Do you guys feel like you are going to go on like a little cabin streak for a while where you're just like, all I want to build is cabins? It's like when the Enchanted by Nature pack came out. It's like, yeah, all I want to build is fantasy, like, fairy houses. Maybe that's just me, but yeah. I kind of did for a while. It's like, yeah, I just want to build fairy houses. Because it's new, right? New and exciting. And I love new and exciting. I don't know. Do I want to go like a couple of those? Yeah, I could do that. And is there a matching stone? Let's get together, right? Get together. This is the thing that drives me bananas with chimneys, is just trying to find the match. Like when I do a chimney like this, I want to have the matching stone going down to make it look like it's kind of all one thing. And it's just so hard to find that matching stuff. This just happens to be one of the chimneys that does have the matching stone, but sometimes it's so hard to get that matching stuff, and that's kind of frustrating. So I do find I tend to like choose those chimneys that do have the matching items, because otherwise it's like enraging. Not gonna lie. Is that the, or is that the color? That one? Yeah, that one. That'll do the trick. Lost, you can relate. You're going on 4 hours of sleep, but you have work reports due today. Oh no, you guys all tired. I'm a tired peeps. That sucks. Sorry to hear you're all tired. You get older and you just stop sleeping. You become all tired. Like, it's like, I'm so tired all of the time. Hey, it makes me so sad. Life makes you tired. Should we have like a little... I was going more modern, wasn't I? Just thinking more modern. But maybe it won't suit. Because I was thinking we'd do like glass in through here. Maybe that won't work. Maybe we can do glass on that side. Kind of looks weird on that side. There we go. We have a little glass area going on that side. Like, I mean, that could work. And we can have like maybe some brown running in there as well. Everyone is tired all the time, I think. It sucks. Life is tiring. Yeah. Life is bloomin' tiring. When you can't get to sleep either, and you're just like, all you want to do is sleep, and it's like, I can't sleep. Ain't no way. We can do something like that? I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I wanna do. I don't wanna do. I wanna do wood. I wants to do wood. I wish. Some of these earlier swatches from earlier packs were nicer, and that they all matched. You know, I wish there'd been like some forethought and planning as far as that goes, but you know, it is what it is. That roof definitely does not fit that. But it does make, I feel like, some of the older packs a little more unusable just because, you know, a lot of them don't match the, you know, the modern thing that we've got going on. I might do actually maybe a slightly lighter colour wood. Might work a bit nicer. I thought I was going fairly light, but... Ooh, maybe that'll be nice with the black. Ooh, hang on. Hang on a mo. That could be the colour. Oh, trees. Trees. Get out of my way, trees. That could be work. That could work. That they match. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it's just the simplest things, but, you know, do you mind matching, please? But the fact that, yeah, we don't have any, you know, we can't go back and change the past as far as the packs and everything go. It is what it is. We kind of just have to live with what it is now. But it does make it feel like, you know, some of those older packs are just hard to use because of that, you know? Which is a shame. That doesn't quite work. Right, we'll do that one and that one. And then this one I want to do like a little... Yep. There we go. So it doesn't stick up out of the roof. There we are, coming together. And I haven't done that one yet. Whoops. Missing all the things. And I do see something there that I am missing as well. There we are. Boop, boop. It's coming together. Look at that. That any of the wood matched. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, none of the woods used to match. I feel like they've really done a good job of turning that around so that the woods are, like, things like the woods and the metals, they are beginning to match, which I think is great. It's just something that we haven't had the whole time. So when you do go back and, you know, perhaps look at things like, you know, Outdoor Retreat, which is the very first game pack, which had no windows. Why were there no windows with that pack? Like, did they not think that we'd want to build cabins with the Outdoor Retreat pack or something? Wild. Anyway, I had never noticed before that there are no windows with the Outdoor Retreat pack. That's hilarious. What were they thinking with that? I don't know what they were thinking. It came with tents. Oh, of course. It came with tents, so, you know, we didn't actually need walls or windows because we had tents. Oh, that made sense. Oh my gosh. Yep. They don't need walls and windows. We'll give them tents. They'll be fine. I mean, you know, building fun with that. Have fun building with those tents. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. I'm in love. I don't know why, but I've just kind of recently really fallen in love with this item from Cottage Living. It's the run-of-the-mill roof support beam, and I love it on top of like roofs and stuff. I've just kind of fallen in love with it a little bit. I don't know. I just have, okay? I just have. Da-da-da. I'm going to start raving about the fact we can't put stuff very easily on roofs. Don't mind me. I don't know if I want to put stuff on the roof at this point. I'm just going to have a wee look. Eh. I don't think so. I think I'll just have it on there. Rainbow, you visited the hermit's house for the first time today. It has no bed. It's been a while since I've been to the hermit's house, but I feel like that is very accurate. That there is no bed. Oh my gosh. That seems right. And another thing that drives me bananas is the dormers, like how they really aren't all that flexible. I mean, yes, I can make my own, but I want to just have a cute little dormer that I can put in there that's just got, like, you know, a nice modern kind of roof to it, and I don't know, stuff like that. Anyway, it has no bed. You gotta love that. Gotta appreciate that. Oh, that looks way too high. It's way too high. Okay, I've got to make a decision on windows. I've been avoiding making a decision on windows, and I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I have been. Shh, don't tell anyone. So we can go with, like, the Seasons windows, which I do think are a cute match. So they could work, I think, because they kind of work with the trim going around. Okay, I don't mind them. The other one I was thinking about was also the horse ranch windows, like these ones here. So like those ones there, because it's like a slightly more kind of modern look to it. Maybe not that particular one. Horse ranch. Oh, I love these reclaimed style privacy windows. Oh, the Dust the Bus kit. No, not Dust the Bus. Desert Lux. Dust the Bus. Where did that come from? That looks cabiny. Apparently the hermit does not sleep. I mean, maybe he has, maybe, and this is a wild stab in the dark, but maybe the hermit was a Easter egg way back in Outdoor Retreat for the Fairies pack. And here, bear with me here. So because he had no bed, he was doing the natural living skill out in the wild, sleeping on the ground, and this was our Easter egg to the natural living skill that we would get X amount of years later in in Enchanted by Nature. Okay, that's wild. Werewolves have one too. That looks cabiny. Werewolves. Let's have a look at werewolves. Werewolves. What were we talking about? The brick windows? Is that what we were talking about? It's got brick, so I'm probably not going to do those ones. But that, I love the werewolf stuff, like the industrial rundown stuff. The werewolves pack is actually quite good for building. Oh, the wood one. Oh, that makes more sense. It's like, no. I think if I was doing a little bit more of a rustic cabin, yes. Because then that's kind of perfect for that. Like, you can sort of see that there. But I'm trying to do something a little bit more unrustic. Yeah, it's not nice enough, yeah. I want to go like a little bit less rustic with that one. Just making me think. I mean, I'm going kind of rustic, but it's like modern, more sort of modern upmarket rustic, blah, 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 words. But yes, very good for rustic cabin. 100% agreed on that one. Cabiny vibes. Sometimes, you know, I take ages to decide on windows just because they are such an important aesthetic kind of choice. I feel like, you know, windows can really give like such a good feel to the house. I think I might just go with the Seasons ones. I feel like the horse ranch ones aren't quite right, and I don't know. I mean, maybe the base game might work. I mean, look at that little base game window. Ooh, actually, you know what? I'm going base game. Wild base game. You're coming through for me again, my friends. A little bit of wild base game. I wonder if we can. Would it look cool with shutters? Let's see. I see too cottagey, I think. But yeah, definitely we can go like the larger windows down here, like that. And then we can do the smaller ones up here. And at least, you know, the swatches kind of match, which I think is really cool. And then there is there a smaller window? How small is this window? I kind of want something smaller than that. I don't know. I never quite know whether or not I like that cloverleaf thing. I'm of two minds about the cloverleaf. Not gonna lie. Like, I don't hate it, but I'm also in two minds about it. Like, I don't know. I will do this wrap around, and we're going to have like the entrance coming in this way. So this is going to be lifted up eventually. 1 hour and 30 minutes in. Save, hydrate, and stretch. Thank you very much, Vinette. I will do those things. Look, it's a little cabin. Hooray. Cute. Oh, hey, Cakes. How are ya? What did I think of the trailer? Welcome in, by the way. Thanks for being here. I'm very excited about the trailer. I'm hyped about this new pack. I think there's some amazing things. There's some exciting build by. Yeah, the cast looks cool as well. But, you know, there's some really, really interesting gameplay stuff, which I think is going to be really cool. The world looks lovely. So I'm very excited about this new pack. I think it's going to be really awesome. The fact that we can get in there and have some family gameplay after so long is really cool. I love that for us. So I'm excited about it. What did you think of it? How excited were you for it? Let me know, because I want to know all about what you thought. And are you excited? Are you like, oh, this is a bit weird, not my thing? Because I know it's not going to be the thing for everybody, because not everybody's going to like the same stuff. But for me, I'm definitely there for it. I like it. I think it's going to be cool. So I'm definitely hyped for it. October is going to come around way too fast, and yet also at the same time way too slowly. As it does. Like, you know, when you're waiting for something, right? Time seems to stand still. Like, why aren't you going faster, time? Come around. It's like my kids waiting for Christmas, and it gets to December, and it's just like, hurry up, Christmas. Why are you torturing me? Why are you taking so long? And yeah, I get it. I get like that with new packs. It's just like, oh, I want them to come around already, but you know, it's not happening. I just have to be patient. But it is. It's very much the kid at Christmas kind of feeling, I think, with this a little bit. Waiting for new things. I'm not the most patient person, so it's hard for me. Okay, I think this is coming together. So I was thinking of doing, what am I thinking of doing? So what the activities that we got with Outdoor Retreat, let's just have a wee nosy at that. Let's have a look at the Outdoor Retreat pack. What can we add in here? Because we are in the Outdoor Retreat world. So yeah. What do we get? I know we got the horseshoe thingies. So we got the horseshoe. We can throw that around. I feel like we need a fire pit of some description. Campfire. Roast them, toast them. Then we'll do some campfire stuff. And we can do some stumps around there, that sort of thing. Anything else? I'm going to do like the horseshoes, and we'll do maybe a cute little pool. I don't know. I feel like a pool would not be the right kind of vibe for what we're going for. Because normally, like, you go camping, I mean, unless you go really sort of more glamorous, the glamorous side of life, I guess. I don't live that life, unfortunately, but I wish I did. Where you can, you know, go to an exotic, wonderful house, and it has a pool and everything like that. I feel like, you know, you're probably not going to have that option. I feel like. So, you know, you're like more likely to go down to the beach and go swimming from there, right? I feel like that's more of a camping thing. I know it's sort of all the same shape, but that kind of works for a cabin. Like wood on wood on wood on wood on wood. Makes sense to me. But yes, I really loved the look of the new pack. I'm excited about it. And I think it's going to be really cool. So, yeah. It's going to be fun just seeing how it's kind of divided up and seeing all like the different like activities come to life as well, because there's so many different activities. I saw someone comment like this is all of the hobbies that we didn't get in businesses and hobbies, and that's so accurate, because I feel like we really didn't get a lot of hobby stuff in businesses and hobbies. Realistically, like a lot of it was just all sort of related to small business stuff, which is fine. But maybe it should have just been called small businesses or something. In saying that, I absolutely love that pack. Businesses and Hobbies was fantastic. I've had so much fun with that pack. It's been such a delight. But yes, the fact we've got way more hobby stuff with this stuff is pretty amazing. Okay, so we're going to do like some ferns around the place. I'm not lifting my foundation up yet because what I'm doing is I'm going to be doing all the plants kind of around the edge of it first, so that I can kind of get everything right in against the edge, and then I'll lift up the foundation from there so that I can get my plants nice and close to the side, if you know what I mean. So basically, if I've put all my plants down first and then I lift up the foundation, what that means is that I'm not going to get that jump up thing, because you know sometimes you put stuff in close and then like the plants jump up. So by putting the plants in first, I'm not having to deal with the whole jump up issue. So there we go. So that's why I'm kind of doing it that way, because I thought, you know, I wanted to have some plants kind of coming in close and little patches and stuff, so make it like a little bit easier on me to get it all in there, as you do. But you know what would be absolutely fantastic? Oh, you know what I should add here? Sorry, I just thought about that as I was talking about it. Because I was very excited about the hot tub, the sunken hot tub in the thing, in the like the porches and stuff. I mean, that's gonna be so good for doing like outdoor, you know, outdoor landscaping and bits and pieces. So I'm really very excited about that. But also thinking this cabin might need a hot tub outside. So maybe we can add in like a little hot tub. Thanks, Vinny. Just a cute little cutie pie. As you do, sort of throwing it together. Nothing too tricksy. But, you know, I just felt like it was the vibe of the day. We're in like a very adventurous kind of adventure. We're waiting for our adventure, aren't we? And I thought, you know what, I feel like leaning into building my very first cabin in the place where we're at. Granite Falls. The words kind of left me there for a minute. Does anyone actually really use these horseshoe things very much? I have never really used them much. So, interesting that I'm using them today. I think that's cool that I'm using them today, in fact. So yeah, but I have never really used them much. Because they're just, I know they're there, but I've never really just gone, yeah, I must have a horseshoe thing in my house, or whatever. I think maybe I've used it a couple of times because I have built, you know, the odd cabin here and there, but it's just never one of those things that it's on the forefront of my mind, you know? You always forget we have them, Rainbow. Yeah, exactly. The same with, it's just like one of those things that's just kind of like, oh yeah, horseshoe thing. Forgot about that as a thing that we have in our world. Yeah, I always forget about it as well. It's an easy item to forget about, but I think it's just possibly because, depending on when you bought it, of course, but I feel like it's been there for so long, because it's from such an old pack, that it's so easy just to overlook a lot of the outdoor retreat stuff. And like, to be fair, like the build buy is not great with outdoor retreat, let's face it. Some of the things that I really have always liked with it is like, you know how you get the little pack of cereal with outdoor retreat? I always like using that. But then we got the kitchen clutter kit, and it's kind of become a little redundant because now we've got like a little, you know, cereal kit where we can actually eat cereal out of it. So it's kind of like, well, do I really need you anymore? Do I? The answer is not really. But it is still cute, you know. Still like it. It's not like I dislike it or anything. Hey, you say, how are you? You love watching me. Aw, well, thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. I hope you're well today, and thanks for popping in and saying hi. Always appreciate that. Is your day treating you right? I hope so. It's heading to 10:42 a.m. New Zealand time. So still relatively early for me up here, which I think is cool. I can still get out there and have some fun with my day. You know how it is. But yeah, I'm having a good day. I had a lot of fun looking at the new trailer, and now I'm having fun building a cabin because I'm so inspired by the new trailer and I just want to build cabiny, outdoorsy things, and then have my children playing outside and having some outdoorsy, cabiny kind of fun when they get the new pack. It's gonna be fun. I kind of want to do, like, I have my 100 baby challenge, and it kind of makes me want to go and take all of my babies and stuff out for a camping trip. But I also, in saying that, know that that's going to be absolute torture, and it's going to go horribly wrong. So I'm also, on the other hand, thinking, oh man, that would be a bad idea, Velvet. That would be a really bad idea, but also hilarious. Imagine in the 100 baby challenge if you could send your kids off to summer camp. I mean, you're not really supposed to send the kids off to do, like, you know, be cared for by anyone else, but still, I would love that, like, being able to send the kids off to summer camp or something. I should definitely do that in some of my other things, so. Say it's night in Turkey right now, but I wanted to watch you playing. Oh, well, thank you for popping in and watching me. Appreciate that. I'm glad. And also, hi to Turkey. Wow, that's so far away from here. That's really cool though, isn't it? It's coming together. Right, okay, I think it's time to put up our foundations. Boop. There we go, look at that. See, undisturbed. Undisturbed plants, genius. I did not come up with this method at all. I just stole it from somewhere, what can I say? But still, genius. A little bit of rock around the side. There we go. But I think it's going to be so cool having all of the kids stuff doing, you know, kids doing stuff around the place and having some fun, going off to summer camp. Like, oh my gosh, being able to go off to summer camp with your kids. Like, you know, leave the adults behind, send the kids off, and being able to play like the whole summer camp thing. How cool is that going to be though? Oh wow, I'm just thinking about this now, because I realized that the summer camp thing, I know it exists and that we were just looking at that sort of option, but it's occurring to me, you know, I'm just sort of breaking it down in my mind, you know, how that's kind of all going to play out. And yeah, being able to just go to summer camp with your kids and just play with the kids without the adults there, and actually give the kids some like love time and attention. Wow, that's going to be cool. That's going to be really different. Just having like, maybe you could have like a whole thing. Like, I can imagine people that really love doing storyline gameplay would have this whole thing where they'd be able to, you know, take the kids off and do like whole big storylines of just, you know, kid-focused gameplay. Oh man, that's gonna be cool. And oh yeah, and you could do different challenges and stuff. I imagine people are gonna come up with different challenges for, you know, for this sort of stuff as well. Just doing the whole getaway thing and doing a whole round of challenges with that too. I mean, that would be pretty amazing. It's just getting rainy. How is it there? It is. Let me look out my window. Currently, it's okay. It was like looking like it was gonna rain earlier. But I managed to get a walk in with my son, walked him to school, and well, one of my sons, my eldest can go to the bus stop by himself, so he's fine. He just wandered off by himself. But I walked my youngest to school, just because it's a nice exercise for me, and I can have like a nice chat with him as I'm going out. So, you know, exercise as well as like some nice, you know, mummy son time. But yes, we went out for a walk and it didn't rain or anything, so that was quite nice. I appreciated that. We need some stairs, don't we? So it's not too bad, although I really do think it's supposed to be raining later. It's looking a little bit 50-50, so hard to know what the weather's going to do sometimes here. And it's very much the case today. It's one of those, I don't know what the weather's going to do kind of days. You know, you get those kind of days where you're just like, well, will it rain? Will it not rain? Not really sure. Isn't there like some matching stairs with the stone? Why am I not seeing it? I know it's get together. I'm just being utterly blind and not seeing it. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought they had some stone stuff. I'm imagining things again. Alright. Groovy. That's fine. I will just imagine things. Don't worry about me. That could work. I think I might go three wide, otherwise it's a little bit off center. And we can have like the little thing going down there. Perfect. We can have like a nice path running through there, nice path running through there. We'll do like a little fire pit thing. And I'm thinking a hot tub. Because I'm very inspired by hot tubs right now. Because we've got our new hot tub coming. That can be sunken in the ground and it's going to be so cool. Eee! Okay, I'm thinking maybe we do our little fire pit here. And maybe a cute little private hot tub. How many packs do I have? Good question. I have all of them. I'm one of those people that just couldn't help herself and had to buy every single pack. Just couldn't help myself. I had to have all of the things, and yeah, here I am. A few years later, and I've spent way too much money on The Sims 4, and I have no regrets about it. You know, when I think about it, how much money and sort of time I've invested into The Sims 4, or how much money I've spent on The Sims 4, and then how much time I spend in The Sims 4, it's just like, well, really, it just genuinely is worth it for me. Like, I don't go out a lot, I don't eat out a lot or anything like that. It's not like I go out partying all the time. I'm of the older persuasion nowadays. And, you know, so this is my entertainment. And, you know, I've spent $1,000 on it, sure, $1,000 plus. But at the end of the day, I get hours and hours and hours and hours of entertainment from it. And it makes me happy. So there you go. I think it's been worth it for me. Even though it's not exactly the cheapest of games and hobbies to get into. You want to have the fairy one, you say? Yes. You've got them too, Vinny? Yes. It's good to have all of them. I've got to say, I like having all of the options. But I absolutely get why people don't as well, because it is not cheap at all, having all of the packs. The fairy one is really good, essay. It's really good. I've had a lot of fun with the fairy pack. It's got a lot of good gameplay in it. The world is absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, I had a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm now very much ready to do something different though. I've kind of done my fairy stuff, and I'm ready to move on. But I think, you know, the fairy pack is definitely one of those packs where I would say, yeah, get it. If you are interested in the gameplay, or fairies at all, then you're gonna absolutely love it. I think, no doubt about it. It's going to be super fun for you. So I hope that you get your opportunity to get the packs one of these days. Rainbow, yeah, this is my main hobby, so I don't mind spending money on it. Yeah, exactly, Rainbow, exactly. It's like, if it was something that I was only sort of doing now and then, you know, I was kind of coming and going back and forth with it, I'd be probably a little bit more hesitant to spend, you know, that kind of cash on it. But just because I spend, I don't know how many hours a day on The Sims, but it's a lot of hours a day. To be fair, I do make content with it, so, you know, I am doing it from a sort of, you know, bunny as work perspective. It's like, yeah, I'm earning the big bucks with this. Not really. But still, you know, from a content creator perspective, you know, I do spend probably, you know, 4 or 5 hours plus a day in The Sims 4. Most days, if not all days a week. So, you know, when it boils down to it, yeah, I'm more than happy to invest money in something that I'm going to love and enjoy and, you know, spend time in. It's like, I'm not going to go out and spend, you know, $300 on a night out at a concert or anything like that, because, you know, I spend all my money on The Sims 4, so I'm staying in and playing The Sims 4 instead, and I'd probably much rather, for the most part, depending on what the concert is. If it was like Taylor Swift, it'll be a different story, or like, you know, someone that I absolutely love as an artist, I'd go out there and be like, yeah, I want to spend that $300 on you. But you've got to want to really spend that money on it. And I really, you know, I'm quite happy to spend that money on The Sims 4 because I get the return on it, which is hours and hours and hours of fun. There you go. You say, I tried to buy it, but EA was glitching, didn't let me buy it. I know there is some issues at the moment with some areas in the world, and I don't know specifically which areas, but I know I've had a friend who's had that sort of very similar issue where there are some things, or like The Sims, whatever, for rating reasons or content reasons, is some packs and stuff are not available to buy. I know you can purchase them from the likes of CD Keys and places like that. That you can just sort of buy the codes separately away from EA, and I think you can get the packs that way. But I know there's some issues somewhere, in some different places around the world where you can't buy the packs for rating reasons. I don't really understand that, but I know that that's an issue around the place. I've seen it sort of like on the forums, on the EA forums, where people have said, "Hey, I can't buy a pack in this area, and I live in this area, and I can't buy the pack." And what they've said officially is that basically there's regional restrictions for packs, and there's nothing that they can do about it. It's just like they just say we can't sell it here for whatever reason. I don't know what those reasons are. I don't know what the restrictions are, and I don't know which areas those are. But I know that there are people out, or areas and regions out there that they just simply can't sell those particular packs for whatever reason. And I feel like that's really frustrating, because it's a fairly, as far as games go, I feel like it's not anything that's too dreadful as far as content. There's much worse games out there, but it's just, you can't really do anything about it, which is really frustrating, I think. Because, you want to be able to have the packs. I mean, there is always ways around it. I know there's, like, stuff that you can do with your VPN and a VPN provider or something like that as well, but I don't know too much about all that stuff. I just sort of, like, vague things that I've read here and there, as people have sort of said, we can't kind of buy the packs, and are rightfully frustrated that they can't. Because if you've got the game, you think, as an overall thing, once you've got the first pack in the game, or they've got the base game, and that's been allowed, why would other packs be disallowed, But apparently that's the case. I don't really understand it all. But it's kind of sucks, really, because you'd like, people should be able to buy, once you've got the base game, you should be able to buy the rest as well. I mean, I don't feel like base game is any less risque than some of the other packs, but I don't know how these things work. But it is a frustration, for sure. So I hope that you can work out a way for you to buy it at some point. Or I guess you could win a pack as well, if there's any giveaways and stuff around the place. That's always a handy way sort of to work around that. I don't know, do I want to do grey blocks or black? No, there's grey blocks around the area. I'm going to go grey. Grey blocks. It's rocks, Velvet, not blocks. Yeah, it's always interesting how these sort of things work, and I don't know. Very confusing for me. Very confusing. I don't understand. Doesn't make the logics in my brain, so I'm just like, I don't get it. If it's no logic for Velvet's brain, it's like, no, I don't get it. Now, I did want to do like a little hot tub thing, didn't I? So, remind myself that I want to do that. I'll do some more fernies, little fernies around here. And I'll probably do like some little dots of grass around as well. I think that'll work. Little dots of grass. Get that landscaping in, hey? I mean, I'm probably not going to stack too many things on the outside. It's just going to be fairly simple. But it'll be cute. Aww, I think this is coming together cutely. Okay, so we've got a little activity there with our horseshoe throwing. Little trail going that way. There we are. I feel like I need something there, but I don't know what yet. Probably need like little bits of grass around the place. That's what I feel like maybe I'm missing. I love the cottage living debug grass. It's live edit grass, because it's nice and small without being, like, look at that little swatch there, like nice and small. It gives it like sense of a little bit of nature gone wild, just nice. I won't do too much over that way, because I know I'm going to be adding a hot tub. a little sense of texture running through there. I want to blend this more, but it's just not going the way that I want it to right now. I've got it as low as it will go with the blending, but I could maybe go a little smaller. That could work. You know, just trying to make it like a little bit more like it's a natural kind of path without like it looking too drawn on. It's always my aim. I don't know whether or not I always achieve it, but it's always my aim, you know? Try and make it look a little bit more natural. Maybe, oh, you know what I should do? Like a big bushy thing. A big bushy thing. And maybe like a little tree. Some little tree. Little tree. Like that one. Like a little tree. And like a little chair or something. Move that around that way. And a nice little loggy chair. There we go. Cute little seating area, and like the adults can maybe and have some like nighttime snuggles and stuff. If they're feeling romantic, they can sort of sit there and do a bit of stargazing or something together. I mean, that sounds lovely, doesn't it? I think it does. I'd get bored within like 2 seconds. Because, you know. It's like, okay, this is nice. Bored now, moving on. Big on the romances, Velvet. Like, I like the gesture and stuff, but I don't want to draw it out for too long. In terms of the romantic gesture thing. I feel like this conversation is going a little wrong. Okay, hot tub wise. What have we got? Moving my little subjects along. Ooh, imagine like a little onsen pool or something back here. Like the rejuvenating hot spring. Oh. Ooh, maybe I want to do that there instead. It's quite large, but wow, it'd be quite cool. Or we can do like a little hot tub. The hot spring feels like a little bit more natural to me, but it's like space-wise, I don't have a lot of space. You reckon do it? The little hot spring? Okay. Okay, I'll just redo this a little bit. We'll make it happen. It'll be good. Which colour's going to be best? I think that one there that kind of matches the stone that's here. Alright. Little hot tub. Ooh. What if... Just think, no. I was thinking of whether or not I should move everything forward, but I don't think I will. Don't think I will. Get rid of you, I think. Okay, move that around a little smidge. So we've got a little bit more room to work, and we can do some more rocks and bits and pieces around here, and do like a cute little rock spring. It's gonna be lovely. I still absolutely love these rocks that we got with Riviera Retreat. I just think they're fantastic rocks. I haven't used these ones here that we got with the Nature's Calling event so much. I thought I'd use them more, but they are nice rocks. But I just have, I don't think I've been building things that have needed a great deal of rocks, to be fair, lately. So maybe that's more the case, but yeah, I do absolutely adore these rocks that we got with Nature's Calling event, and I'm thinking, what if we added in the grotto rocks with the water? Yeah, that might be quite cool. Are they going to go in though? Here we are. There we are, grotto rocks. You love the hot tub? The hot tub's great. I do. I love the for rent one. I feel like is always one of those hot tubs that I want to put out in nature. I think that's going to be, that's always one of my fave hot tubs to do like on an outdoor setting. So I think that's really cool. Having that sort of hot tub out in the world. But in this setting, I feel like a little onsen. Just like having that natural kind of rock pool. Oh, and then you know what that reminds me of? From the Adventure Awaits pack. Also, hi Seba. Thanks for saying hi and popping in. I love that hot pool too. Yeah. What pack is this from? This one is from the Snowy Escape pack. So this is the rejuvenating hot spring, and it's from the Snowy Escape pack. So it's really cool, right? Yeah, love it. It's just, it feels like it's just such a natural addition to the world, you know. And it just reminds me a little bit when we were looking at the Adventure Awaits pack. You know, it had the geyser and it had like the little mud pools and everything going up there, and you can kind of imagine like a cute little hot pool like this working in with that sort of, you know, that sort of area. So, you know, I feel like that's quite inspiring for this zone, for our little cabin, which I think is really cool. But I really love this this little hot pool, a rejuvenating spring. I think it's cute. I don't always build a lot in Mount Komorabi, but I do really like the build buy that we got with the with that pack. It's just, I find Mount Komorabi itself not the best to build in, if I'm being honest. Just because of some of the lots have things in front of them, and you know, it's just not well situated as a world to build in from a builder's perspective. Like, I like the world itself in terms of like it's pretty and its aesthetics are really cool, but for myself in terms of like building in it, the answer is just nah, I don't want to, mostly just because it is just not the best world to build in. But I do absolutely love the build bio. Like, it's a lot of wood stuff, and I love wood stuff. I think wood stuff is pretty. So that kind of leans into things like that. You wish you had something like that in real life? Me too. I mean, imagine being able to go out into your backyard and sit in like a rejuvenating hot spring. I mean, how amazing would that be? Like, you've had a long day and you just jump into your little hot spring out the back, and it's just like, oh, instant relaxation. I'll be like, oh my god, so amazing. Thank you, Vinny. I have saved and hydrated. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I would love that. Oh man, the things I would do if I had like you know, $1 zillion or any dollars. As you do. All right, we've got a cute little pool, a sort of like hot spring area. I love that for us. I think it's fantastic. Also, I really wish we had these shrubs. Like, these shrubs are awesome, but they're pea shrubs, and I wish we had non-pea shrub versions of these, because they're gorgeous and I love them. I really think they're fantastic, fantastic shrubs. But yeah, the fact that they're pea shrubs just drives me bananas. It's like, please don't be pea shrubs, please. But they are. It's sad but true. You know what we could probably have is, just thinking, do like little pathways running in through that way. It's the wrong one. That one's the one that I was using, wasn't it? There we go. It's looking cute, guys. It's coming together. I don't love this. It's a little too dark. Gone a little too dark. Gotta balance it out a little bit. Smidgy, smidgy, smidgies. But I'm enjoying this. This is just like, it feels like, you know, we've had a really good morning. We've looked at the new pack, and we're now vibing with having some adventure in our games and in our lives, and we get to do a little bit of building with a cute little cabin, and that just makes me happy. You know, it's all in the same sort of mindset, the same sort of mood, and I love that for me. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. I'm enjoying it. So that's a positive. I'm enjoying sort of like playing around with cabins and stuff like that, and just getting in the mindset for a new pack that we've got coming soon. 1 month away. Less than 1 month, right? Less than 1 month. Oh boy. I can't even wait. Okay, I'll have to, but yeah. Now I will, I believe, be able to maybe stream it a little early as well. So I'm hoping I get some early access so that I can show you guys the new pack a couple of days early, which would be amazing. We can do like some builds and stuff with it, which would be really cool. So I'm really excited about that. I hope that's the case, and that we can do some early access building and stuff. Thank you, EA Network, much appreciated. You're coming through. So it's yeah, it's gonna be good. A lot of hype around it. I feel like people are pretty excited for this pack. I think we've been wanting a lot of family gameplay stuff for a while now, because we've had like different packs and a whole lot of stuff that people have wanted, I think, but also like horses and fairies, for example. Not something that I was particularly worried about myself. Like I was more than happy to play with them, and happy days on having them in the game. You know, no worries on that sort of side of things. But it wasn't something that I specifically was like, you know, must have. Wasn't a must have kind of thing for me, but doesn't mean that it wasn't the case for other people. And I'm honestly genuinely excited that other people got to have finally some of the stuff in the game that they actually wanted. Now with vacation rentals, we don't need the mailboxes, right? I feel like we don't. Okay, I feel like we've done the outside. I'm happy with the landscaping there. We've got a fire pit, all that sort of stuff. It's a little muddy. Oh well, such is life. Right, let's have some stuff on the back porch. Oh, you know what would be awesome on the back porch is like a rocking chair. Imagine having a rocking chair on the back porch and being able to sit there and enjoy the sunset. Like, how awesome would that be? I might go like a contrast darker wood, I think, with that. I think that'll be quite nice. And I might go like a little bit... I'm going like trying to go like a little bit more... I was trying to go a little bit more modern, but I think I've kind of failed on that. It's fine. We'll go like modern rustic-ish. Slightly more upmarket cabin? Maybe. Maybe that's more the direction I'm thinking. There we go. And it's a nice seat, and I was thinking... we'll need some lights. We'll need some lights outside, I reckon. Be able to see what we're doing in the dark. That would be good. So I think I'm probably going to spend a little bit of time in Pinterest. And do you know what I'm going to be doing in Pinterest? I'm going to be looking up different cabin designs. I was doing it the other day as well, like a couple of days ago. I was having a look around on Pinterest, and I was just looking at different cabin options and different like modern cabins and things like that. Yeah, there was just like so many different things on there, but also not enough at the same time. So I'm going to do like some deep diving on different cabins and bits and pieces around the place, and just seeing what I can kind of dig up. I think it'll be really cool. I don't know, cabin lights, man. I feel like I need to have like this little lantern thing, but I wanted something like a little bit more brown. Needed something brown. Maybe that? We'll see. So yes, I feel like that's the thing that I'm going to be doing maybe in the evening when I'm watching TV with hubby, and just we'll kind of sit there and... oh yeah, that might do the trick. Oh, that's got a nice glow to it. Sit there and go through Pinterest and check out some of the options that we have out there, and some inspiration, because I feel like I'm going to be over the next little while building, you know, a little bit more rustically, a little bit more cabin friendly. So I'm excited about it. I really do like when a new pack comes out, leaning into the style of, you know, of that world and that pack, and just trying to understand like a new building style for me. That's part of my fun when when I do get a new pack, is just getting to explore the new pack, but also getting to build like the new pack. Because, you know, you have something like, you know, say the fairy pack that we got, the Enchanted by Nature pack. You know, that was a sort of a style that I didn't build a lot like. You know, I'm definitely more of a person that likes to build in a more modern aesthetic. Like, I don't do, or haven't been doing, like a lot of more whimsical style builds. But with the Enchanted by Nature pack coming out, I just sort of leaned hard into it and was just like, yep, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to just see where that kind of takes me. And I just leaned into it and did it. And I had so much fun with building with that pack. I really did. I thought it was, I mean, I'm still building with that pack. But yeah, I thought it was fantastic. It was really easy to build with as well. So, you know, you could just take the pack and just throw things on the house and it just looked gorgeous. Siva, I never played Sims 2, but people say it was crazy. You say you never did 2 either? You know what, guys? I only played a little teeny tiny bit of Sims 2. I just kind of played like the base game of it for a little bit. But I never did all the expansion packs and everything. But I heard the same thing. Like, I don't remember too much about it, but I know it had like some really different styles of gameplay. It was a lot more wild and wacky in terms of yeah, from what I understand, in terms of the gameplay and stuff. So yeah, I would probably agree with that statement in the sense that I think that's true. That it definitely had like a different sort of wilder style of gameplay. And you know what? I think that's cool. It's just, I think that's why a lot of people still love Sims 2 as well, just because it was so different in terms of like the gameplay style and everything. And that you could do like, you know, some really interesting things. Like, I've seen little bits and pieces of Sims 2 stuff here and there. And for what I've seen, I'm just like, whoa. Like, you can sort of see why some of the strange things that happen in Sims 4 from time to time. That's kind of that history behind it. And where that's kind of came from, I think, is just like some of that stuff along the way. It was quite interesting because I've actually got Sims 2, but I haven't had a chance to play it. Like, I won a while back the Sims 2. You know how the Sims 2 and Sims 1 came out as a bundle? I actually ended up winning that bundle from a Discord group, actually. And yeah, I've played a little bit of Sims 1, and I was legitimately just surprised at how difficult, actually, I want to put that on the front porch, put that down there. The making money in the Sims 1 was. Like, it was legitimately difficult to try and make money in the Sims 1. I was just like, I was bankrupt really quickly because I'm used to the Sims 4, where, quite frankly, it's really, really easy to make money in this game. Like, Sims 4 is super easy to make money. But, yeah, Sims 1, so hard to make money. So hard. And I was just like, what? And then, yeah, my poor Sim was like starving to death, like had no money to buy things. I didn't know how things functioned. Like, it was so different from Sims 4, and I was just like so lost. I was having fun, but also just like, was it always this hard? I didn't remember, but I was just like, what? Why is this so difficult? But I love the fact that it was difficult, I think, and it just made it like, you know, the gameplay a lot more challenging, which I appreciated. Rainbow, you never got holidays or anything either. You just worked, bought stuff, and then died in fires. Yes, exactly. I mean, I think that the depth of gameplay that we get with Sims 4 is really fantastic. I mean, you know, Sims 1 is such a nostalgic kind of hit, though, isn't it? Vinny, this cabin is so pretty, Velvet. Aw, thank you. It's coming along. I'm pretty happy with it. It's a pretty little cabin. It was something that I didn't use any inspiration or anything for this. This is just something I've whipped out. I just made it. It's actually coming together quite nicely. Surprise, surprise. And, you know, I'm not, as I said, I'm not a big cabin builder, but, you know, essentially what it boils down to is, you know, it's not too different from, you know, your regular sort of house. It's just like, it's a matter of styling it and how you sort of style it. It's mismatched, but I really love this reclaimed table that we got with the Nature's Calling event. Like, I absolutely love it. It's beautiful wood, but it's a hunkin' big hunk of thing. It's a hunkin' big hunk. But I'm thinking maybe I'll just do a big hunk of a dining table and do a barbecue on the porch. Because we've got a fire pit around the back, but, you know, that's more for roasting your weenies. That's for having a don, you know, weenie roast. But, yeah, I feel like you need like a little barbecue as well off to the side. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, I do need to, at some stage, spend some time and play Sims 2 as well. Because I feel like, yeah, I feel like sometimes I do miss out a little bit on the history of the game just because I haven't played a lot of the earlier games. Like, I played Sims 1 a lot. Like, back in the day, I played Sims 1 so much. I had, like, a whole giant CC folder. I did the whole shebang with Sims 1. Like, I loved it. And then Sims 2 was quite different from Sims 1, I found. And I remember at the time that I really did struggle to get into Sims 2 because it was an evolution on Sims 1, but it wasn't, I don't know, I just didn't love the gameplay of it. It wasn't my thing at the time. I kind of was like, oh, I don't know if I can get into it. It was just because it was so different, I think, for me anyway, at that point in time, to what I'd experienced in Sims 1. I was just kind of like, well, I don't know if I want to play this. So I never did sort of delve into more than just base game with Sims 2. And then Sims 3 I skipped altogether because I didn't really vibe with Sims 1, so I didn't bother with Sims... I didn't vibe with Sims 2, so I didn't really bother with Sims 3. And then, yeah, I wasn't actually going to bother with Sims 4 either, if I'm being honest with you guys. Really honest, wasn't going to play Sims 4. And then my, in real life, best friend, she was like, you should play Sims 4, you should give it a go. I was like, oh, well, I didn't really like Sims 2, and I didn't really play Sims 3. I'm just like, eh. She's like, no, give it a go. There you go, here I am. Here I am, all that time later. I did it. I played it. Siva, I loved Sims 3. Yes. You know what? I've heard so many good things about Sims 3. Like, people have such fondness and nostalgia for Sims 3, I feel like. And I think that's fantastic. Because I think there was, like, so many different packs and so many worlds and so many different things. It sounds, like, absolutely amazing. I actually have the base game of Sims 3, but again, it's just one of those things where I have to sit down and really spend time on it. Like, I've played it for like 20 minutes or something like that when I first got it, and I was just like, I will admit I was a little bit just not confused, but I didn't love the fact that it was quite rabbit holey. You know, like, everything was kind of like, you go to the stadium. I remember I went to a stadium because I was excited about going to a stadium, and yeah, I went to the stadium and I was like, cool, I get to go to a stadium. And it was just like a big rabbit hole thing. And it just kind of disappointed me from that. I was just like, oh, is this just all like kind of, you hop in the car and it takes you and you just go in this rabbit hole and you don't really do anything. So as I said, I only played it for 20 minutes. So I've got like really no knowledgeable opinion on on Sims 3 at all. Beyond that, people have, said, it's such a good game, and nostalgically they absolutely love it. So I wish that I had experienced it when it came out. I think going backwards is hard when you've kind of really gotten used to something like The Sims 4, and then just kind of going backwards to something like The Sims 3 and Sims 2 and Sims 1. Unless you have that nostalgia sort of side of things, I feel like it is a little bit more difficult to go backwards than it is to go forwards with that sort of thing. That's just my opinion, though. Like, I think, nostalgically it's fun to go back and experience it, but on the flip side of things, I love The Sims 4. Like, it's fantastic, and I know it so well, and then I sort of look back at, some of these other games, the earlier sort of iterations of The Sims 4, and it's just like, oh, I don't know. Do I love it as much as I think I do? I don't know. Siva, despite having so many experiences and packs, how do you think The Sims 4 should improve itself, and which areas should it develop? Ooh, wow. That is an amazing question. I think the biggest thing for me with The Sims 4, I think it needs to work properly. And I think that's just the biggest overall thing with The Sims 4 is that they just need to spend some time. And I think that they are getting to that in that direction, and they are sort of spending more time with the fixes. But yeah, I really do think that at the end of the day, it should work the way that we expect it to work, in terms of, when we buy the pack, we have this expectation that it will work in a certain way. in that we won't have glitches, we won't have bugs. I mean, you know, it's going to be a game, you're going to have the odd one, but you know, that it should be all sort of working and ready to go. And I think lately we've been better with that. But at the end of the day, you know, we're not there yet in terms of the world being the way that it should be, or the game being the way it should be, in the sense that it really works perfectly, because it really doesn't. I mean, we have a whole, you know, the for rent pack, for example, just really does not function the way that it should function. You know, stuff like that. So I think that's probably the biggest thing for me, is that we get the pack and we get the game, and that the game works the way that it should. I feel like that's the biggest thing that we need in The Sims 4. In terms of things that I would like in the game, I don't know. I'm like, it's all building stuff, if I'm being honest with you. I just want more building stuff all of the time, every time, no matter what. And it's just more building stuff. Just, I would like freestanding, you know, freestanding columns that we can kind of put wherever we like. Stuff like that is just all of the stuff that I'd like in the game. But that's all sort of personal preference stuff. I think overall, for us as a Sims 4 community, what we need is for the game to function the way it should function, without glitches and bugs, or, you know, with a minimal sort of amount of glitches and bugs, and, you know, that sort of thing. So that's kind of how I feel like it. Rainbow, going back is hard. You loved TS3, but now you struggle with it. Yeah, I think that's the case. It's like you do sort of really struggle with that going back, because I mean, you've got that nostalgia, but technology and the game itself has kind of moved on, and I feel like it's difficult from that perspective to kind of go backwards. And yeah, it's a whole sort of other experience, really, isn't it? I feel like that's it. Seba, I think The Sims 4 needs more depth instead of small packs, better AI, realistic relationships, pack integration, cultural diversity, performance fixes, and more focus on life stages would make the game so much better. Seba, you are 100% right. Absolutely. I agree with all of that. More diversity would be amazing. Realistic relationships, yes please. I don't know if everybody else does this with relationships in the game, but I'm absolutely appalling. Like, you stand there for a couple of minutes, have a few conversations, and if you need to get married, you can just get married immediately. It's not difficult. I feel like Lovestruck was supposed to have really developed that sort of side of things, and I feel like it just kind of balked that side of things. Like, it doesn't feel like Lovestruck did what it was supposed to do. At the end of the day, I'm not a big fan of the Lovestruck pack. It's just not my style of pack. I love the build buy from it, and I actually really love the cast from it, but the gameplay stuff, I just wasn't for me with it, and I just felt it made relationships go all over the place. Like, it's a hot mess now with relationships, honestly. I struggle with relationships now because of that, you know? Because, you know, you have a married couple, and then, I don't know, there's like, there's odd things that happen. You have like this married couple that are in love, and then you get things like, you know, their relationship goes from red to like pink right at the end, and then like they're red again and pink and red and pink, and it's just like, can you just like be a little bit more consistent and normal, please? So yes, relationships I feel like would be a big thing that would be great to have adjusted in the game and really work the way that they should. So it's one of those things that really does consistently frustrate me with the game is relationships, because it just doesn't, it's not right. It's really not. It's either way too easy, or it's just really random and weird. And yeah, it's just like the relationship balance and the way that that kind of works in the game is just, it ain't right, my friends. It ain't right. Rainbow, oh my god, yes, Sims are constantly falling out of love and breaking up because they didn't kiss for like one day. Yes, exactly. It's just like, come on. Do you think we should be breaking up because you didn't kiss today? Yeah, it's a little wild, I think. The way that the game kind of, does things like that. So I feel like the relationship side of things is, it's balked. It's just not, it's not right. There's something very wrong with relationships in The Sims 4 for sure. So I would love to see those fixed. the game itself, like, I would love to have the gallery come back as well. Like, not having the gallery the way it should be is a constant frustration. I would love to have, you know, the gallery that we used to have a few years ago, and we could, like, actually talk to each other, and I would actually see messages, and we could build relationships through the gallery, and, you know, stuff like that. And it actually worked, so you could upload builds, you could download builds, and it would all sort of be safe and okay. Whereas now it's kind of like, feels like dicey to download anything from the gallery, because you never know if you're going to get bugs, or if it's going to download properly, stuff like that. I mean, that's really frustrating. So yeah, performance fixes, the gallery, all that sort of thing. Relationship fixes would be amazing, and just like a big fix in terms of, I think, yeah, getting rid of some of those big bugs and stuff in the game would be amazing. And yes, not having Sims fall in and out of love like they're, you know, like they're 15 or something. It's a frustrating thing when particularly you've got like I don't often play with a long-term married couple, right? It's not something I often do, but in my Super Sim series that I have on YouTube, that is, I have, like, the parent of my Super Sim is, you know, my parents of the Super Sim they're a long-term couple, right? And you know, they've been together a long time, they love each other, it's all happy days, except more often than not, I'm like, there's like relationship drama, they need to go to counseling, they need to do this, they need to do that, and it's just like, well, no. No, they don't need to do any of that. Just trying to decide on what color I want to do in here. I'm thinking like maybe a grey or a blue might be quite nice. Just something simple and holiday-ish, I guess. I do love the Jungle Adventure kitchen set, though. The Jungle Adventure kitchen set and the Parenthood kitchen set. Yes, please. Love them. Rainbow, you use MCCC to adjust the romance decay and turn it right down. That's probably a good idea. I would say that's a good thing to adjust it like that, because honestly, it's all over the place, and it drives you bananas. Absolutely bananas. Or drives me bananas anyway. I can't say that everybody else is driven bananas, but I know I am. I don't have the bananas to spare. I need my bananas, thanks very much. Speaking of bananas, random aside, do you know how many blooming bananas my family go through every week in this house? It's over 20. We hoof through those bananas like wild things. I don't know what it is. I don't eat a lot of bananas. Like, I have a banana in my smoothie every morning, so I don't really eat a lot of bananas myself. But yeah, we go through a good 20 plus bananas a week. It's wild. So many bananas. Just random aside about bananas there. I don't know what I'm doing with this kitchen. I don't like it. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I don't like it. I think I'm going to choose the counters first. I was thinking grey, but so many lacking. Maybe I need to go more rustic. I don't know. But then there isn't like really grey in this. Ugh, it doesn't look good. Maybe I just go plain old white. I don't know. Struggle Street. Struggle Street. Yeah, maybe I do something like that. Here we go, the country living. Country living. I was trying to go more modern. It's just failing on me. This cabin has like decided that it doesn't want to be modern. What can I say? Siva, I really miss cars in The Sims 4. In The Sims 3, we could actually drive around the open world, but in PS4, they're just decorative objects. It feels like such a downgrade. You say, Sal? Yes. Because I never really experienced cars because I didn't play Sims 3. So I don't ever miss cars. But I know that people that did, you know, play a lot more of The Sims 3 did miss it more. I mean, I feel like miss it more than people that didn't. Which is quite interesting, because I feel like, you know, if you've had that experience with it, so you want it in the game, whereas, you know, I haven't had that experience with it, so I don't I don't mind the car thing so much. But that's because I don't know. I haven't had it to miss it. If that makes sense? Like, I haven't had it in the game, so I don't miss it because I never had it. It's that classic sort of, you know, catch-22, isn't it? Like, yeah. I didn't have it to miss it, so I don't miss it. But I get that people that have had it and have experienced the joys of having to, you know, getting to drive around in The Sims 4, and they're like, oh man, wish we had those cars. And fair enough too. I get that. In the sense that, you know, I get it in the sense of, yeah, you've had this this particular ability in The Sims, and then it's in the next iteration of the game, it's like it's gone, and it's like, well, you know, I miss this ability to be able to drive around and do this and do that. But I think with The Sims 4, it is, I don't know. I mean, just because it's not an open world as well. I don't know how driving would fit into The Sims 4, I guess, is where it sort of comes into it. But because I've never experienced it in The Sims 3 either, I don't know. I don't know how. Thank you, Vinny. 2 hours in. 2 hours 30 in. Save and hydrate. Thank you. It's a classic case if you can't miss what you didn't have, I think, with me, in terms of, you know, in terms of the car thing. But yeah, I'm just trying to sort of picture how that would work in the Sims 4, and you know how the sort of the whole driving thing would work. And I don't know. It's so hard to picture in my brain having cars and then driving around neighborhoods and stuff. Like I imagine you'd have like the car kind of parked in your driveway, and you drive down the street, and then all of a sudden you're on a loading screen and you're going to the next lot, and it just, like, you know, you can kind of instantly do that from your house. So why would you get in your car and drive? And that's where I get like a little bit lost in my brain in, you know, how that would function, because I can't connect those dots in my head, if that makes sense, in terms of like the functionality of it. Sims 3 was way more unpredictable. Sims would do unexpected things and the world felt alive, but in Sims 4 everything feels too controlled and predictable. I get that. I think yeah, it does feel like, I know, oh, this looks like it's coming out of the counter. That's cool. Look at that. Looks like it's hanging from there. I don't know if that gets in the way though. Will that get in the way? Oh, I feel like it will. Yeah, I think that it does kind of feel. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, it's every now and then you get like a surprise, like something will happen, like you'll get a sudden death, or you know, sudden something, you know, an illness or whatever. But it isn't particularly super random. Like, I think it has that randomness to it to a degree, but it doesn't feel like it's, you know, overly random. So yeah, I get that. It's certainly from a money making perspective, I feel like it's way too easy from that side of things. Like, I because I do tend to get bored unless I'm doing a specific challenge. I will get bored if I'm just sort of playing and then I've got to make some money and build a house, and you know, it's just really easy, and unless I've got a specific challenge in mind, I will get bored with it, just because it's just way too easy to make money. So fortunately there's so many challenges out there that I don't often have that problem, because I just go and do a challenge. Rainbow, I feel like Simmers are in two distinct camps with autonomy in the game. One half wants more chaos, the other half wants Sims to do what they're told better. So I'm not sure how you please both of those sets of people. Yeah. You know what? Actually, that's a good call, Rainbow. That's a good call. So you have like the people that want like a little bit more chaos, but then the others that want them to do what they're told. And yeah, that's so funny that you said that, because I'm just thinking about that for myself. And I want both things. Like, well, to be fair, chaos just sort of happens to me. So I feel like I get that chaos happening anyway. But I definitely want the Sims to do what they're told more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put like the hanging thing there. I don't want to ruin my windows. Okay. That's okay. Yes. So, yeah. I feel like when I'm trying to do something in The Sims and The Sims aren't doing what I want them to do, I get really frustrated. So I do want them to kind of do more of what I want them to do. But also at the same time, I like to have random events. So I maybe I'm right smack dab in the middle of both camps perhaps, but I like the idea of random things happening, and I like the random events and stuff. But at the same time, please do what I've asked you to do, Sims. I get so frustrated when they don't do what I've asked, and it's like, please do what I asked you to do. Okay. So I think I'm kind of smack dab in the middle in that sort of sense that I want both. Please give me the control I want, but at the same time also give me like random things that happen. But it's a hard thing to, I think, achieve as well. Like, you know, being able to do both of those things. It's like, yeah, be random, but at the same time do exactly what I want. Oh, it's hard to know, right? You're not going to ever get it perfectly right. I feel like there's just no way. It would be nice, but it's an impossibility. Oh, I love that range mudroom kit. It is so cute. So cute. Alright, well, we're definitely doing a little bit more rustic-ish. Well, sort of rustic-ish through here. But that's fine. It's fine. It's just the way it's gone. I've just gone with the flow of the build, and it's just happened. So, we'll make it work. I feel like maybe I should have, like, what if we did the breakfast bar and then we did like a little table coming out the side? Maybe. Let's come together. See, but I also wish The Sims 4 had an official multiplayer mode. Playing with friends would make the game so much more fun. Oh my gosh, yeah. Multiplayer Sims. For real, right? For real. Wow. Imagine actually being able to have an official multiplayer game. Holy moly. That would be just such a wild time. Because I know that there's that multiplayer mod that you can get for The Sims 4. So I know that that does exist. I've never actually played it myself. But I do know it exists as a thing. I know it's from what I've seen when friends have kind of had a go at it. It's just seemed a little bit difficult to set up as far as the multiplayer thing goes. So I haven't really I really haven't done sort of tried it myself basically. I don't know how I want this to go. Might do breakfast bar and then maybe a table over there. I think I might do it that way. So, yeah, being able to get in there and play with friends, I think people would be all over that as a thing. Again, it's just one of those things, trying to figure out in your brain how that would kind of work in the game that we have now. Like, I feel like it would be amazing and that we would have fun with it. But then, you know, you have friends with different speed computers, and you know, but other games make it work though, don't they? In terms of multiplayer. You know, less I guess it's less expensive kind of games, you know, games that are not like your sort of top notch, you know, style games. You know, they were sort of games that, you know, might not necessarily have a huge budget behind them, but, you know, they can still make multiplayer work. So, you know, just thinking about it, there's no reason why you couldn't make, well, I mean, I'm sure there's lots of reasons why, but in theory, you know, you feel like multiplayer could be a thing that they could do. Possibly. But if Sims had multiplayer, some friendships or relationships might actually break in real life. People could get competitive and take it too seriously. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're 100% right about that one. That would be risky business, for sure. Never quite sure how that would kind of work out, hey? You wouldn't want to risk some of those, you know, those friendships with a bit of too much competition, maybe? But it would be, oh, what if we did like, no, it's too rustic. It would be really interesting. Like, what would you want to, like, if you were doing like a multiplayer game, right? What would you want to do in a multiplayer game in The Sims 4? Like, what exactly would you do? So, you know, would you want to do like maybe cross dating? Would you want to go to like maybe on a vacation together? Would there be you would need something like combined goals or something, wouldn't you? I feel like that's something that you would kind of need. I need like the right color thing, and I'm not going to get it. I feel like I'm not going to get the right color thing. Maybe that could work. I'm not happy with that. So yeah, it'd be interesting because I think they would have to come up with a whole lot of things that you would have to be able to do in the game, if that makes sense. Rainbow, a bake-off. I don't know, some kind of game show competition. That would be fun. Actually, you know what? Having like a baking competition or something like that, that would be super fun in the game. I would love that. That would be so cool. You know, I might go horse ranch. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Like having like bake-offs or, yeah, like, you know, you can do dating, I think. You can do holidays together. Yeah, I feel like that could be quite fun. There's probably quite a lot of things that you could do. But you would just have to get them functional in The Sims 4. That would be probably just the biggest thing, I think. It's a bit too cowboy. Whoopsies. Little chair going astray there. Come on. Had some odd things happening in building lately, I've got to say. I mean, that's when you're having friends over, if they're having, you know, come over for a cup of tea or something. Move that halfway and had like a little breakfast bar, maybe. Maybe. So I think that would be really interesting, actually. I think, anyway, to have multiplayer. It would definitely add a whole new dimension to The Sims 4. Being able to play with friends, I think. But, yeah, making that kind of... Ooh, and we can put like a light coloured rug underneath it. Making that work, I would think would be a whole big thing. But it would be, you know, I think it would be really fun to play with Sims with other people. Because I'm such a goal-orientated player, I think for me, I would like to be able to have things that I could specifically do, besides just run around and hang out and giggle, although that sounds fun. But, you know, for me not to get bored with it, I'd need some specific, like, you know, multiplayer things that we could do, like the bake-offs and, you know, things like that. I feel like it would get a little weird if you could go, like, around and date each other. I feel like that maybe could be perhaps something that might cause issues. Perhaps. I don't know, but maybe. Yes, maybe. That could be a little weird. You're like, oh my gosh, imagine if it was a whole thing and you could start, like, you could go through and, like, online date in The Sims 4, and that's like a online dating thing that you did, because you can't date in real life because maybe you live in different cities. But, yeah, maybe you want to try dating each other, and so you go on a date in The Sims 4. I mean, I'm sure that's what people do in other games as well. I'm absolutely positive of it, but yeah, just imagine it. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I feel like that would be a thing that would happen. You know? I feel like it would. Real life and game life would get a little overlapped, I feel like, and not necessarily in a positive way. That could get interesting. I feel like that would probably be quite a risky thing. I think part of the multiplayer thing as well, when you think about that, is also you've got to be able to control that. and I don't know how controllable a multiplayer platform would be. I don't know. I mean, as I said, other games do it, so obviously it can't be that hard. But maybe it's harder than I think. I don't know. Yes, that would cause some interesting things to be going on. I feel like if we had multiplayer The Sims, it would be an interesting time. Let's just put it that way. Interesting times. Siva, if you're in a long-distance relationship, Sims 4 multiplayer could actually be really fun to play with your partner, but it could also be risky. People might get too immersed and not want real-life dating. Still, it's worth trying. Yeah, exactly. Or it could be used for like negative things as well. Which, yeah, ugh. I don't know. I think it could be an interesting thing though, like a really interesting thing. I don't think it's something that we're going to get, but it would be cool. And the theory is cool. But yeah, I don't think it's ever something that we'll get in the game. And I really don't think that cars is something that we'll get in the game either, unfortunately. Oh, whoops, I changed the wallpaper of this. Whoopsie daisies. So it would be nice if we could. You know, I could sort of go through a whole lot of wish lists of things that I would love in the game and that sort of thing. But whether or not they're feasible, I don't know. But I think, you know, part of being in love with a game like this is that you want the very best for it. And I feel like that's why people are so passionate about wanting these things, is because they do love it and they do want the very best for it and of it, you know. And I think that's, you know, just part of that joy and that love of the Sims 4 is having that desire for the game to be the best possible thing, you know, it could be. Because we all want that, don't we? I mean, I feel like if you do love the game, that you do want it to be the best possible thing it could be. It's not just about, you know, just about wanting everything to work. I mean, obviously we want everything to work properly, but, you know, it's not just about what we selfishly want for ourselves. It's just, you know, overall as lovers of the game, I think that we also would love the game for just be the perfect, wonderful thing that we kind of envision it to be in our heads a little bit. Like we know it's a little broken and stuff. We know that, but it's also not so broken that we can't play it. Like I'm sitting here and I've been building for a while and we've, you know, been doing this and we've been doing that in the game. And it's not so broken that we can't do things in the game. It's just we have this wish list of things that we wish worked properly. And yeah. And I think it's because, yeah, we want the very best for the game and of the game. Because we love it so much. I feel like that's kind of true. That's just me though. What do I know? I don't think I've ever really used that lamp much, but it's cute. It's nice to integrate some of these items in the game that I don't really use much because I don't really build with the, you know, outdoor retreat pack all that much. But being able to build with it a bit today is quite nice. Gotta say, I'm enjoying it. It's good. Wow, it's getting to almost 12 o'clock. I'm going to finish off I'm actually going to be able to finish this cabin and head off and get some lunch. But isn't that amazing that we've managed to get through and make a whole cabin today? As well as check out, we spent an hour on the trailer today, which I thought was really cool. War game. What's that under? Game? So, you know, the fact that we've kind of done this done a little cabin in a couple of hours ain't too shabby, is it? I think that's not too bad at all. I'm wondering if I have like a little shelving unit of some sort over there. Or maybe a bookcase? Let's see. Bookcase or some sort of little shelving unit that I can slot in behind there would be quite cool. So yeah. I've had a really good day. I'm just so hyped about this new pack. I genuinely am. It's got a whole lot of things that I think we need in the game, and that makes me very happy because when you see things like a diving board, which has long been on my wish list for I don't know how long I've wanted board games in my life, in The Sims 4, but I'm not board games, diving boards. That was the word board. It's been a long time since I've wanted these in the game, and the fact that we've got these coming in the game just so delights me. It really, really does. Oh yeah, we can kind of fit that there. Maybe a different swatch though. Oh, we can go blue. Excellent. So I'm very hyped up still. Very hyped up. Now, to be fair, I am drinking a can of Coca-Cola, and I do get very easily hyped up on caffeine. So let's just keep that in mind. But I am still very hyped up by the game, by the game or the reveal trailer, and you know, all the little things that we've seen in there today, and just how excited I am to actually get these things in the game and able to play these things. Just honestly so happy. SA, this would be kind of impossible because there are too many bad people, and in the game that children also play, they could manipulate them. Yeah, SA, that's what I was thinking as well. I mean, I feel like it's one of those things that in a game that does appeal to a younger audience, it does obviously, yeah, the idea kind of runs with some risks from that perspective. So, yeah, which is sad. I mean, we shouldn't be in a world where that is a problem, but the world is what the world is, unfortunately. Sadly so. So I wish though. And I think there's nothing wrong with having a wish list and a desire for a better Sims world where we have all those wonderful things that we really like. And oh my gosh, how perfect would that Eventual Waits artwork be right now for me? It would be so perfect. Artwork in the game, it so sucks. I want prettier things to put on my walls. Is that so wrong? Again, just like that wish list in the game. Like, I kind of half want them to go back and archive some of the yucky stuff and just give me some of the nice, like, upgrade it all and give me nicer things with the packs. Can you go back in time, Sims 4, and give me nicer things with the packs, please? Thank you. It's not too much to ask, is it? To spend hundreds of man hours on... I don't even have a bathroom downstairs. Okay, maybe this will be a bathroom. Hundreds of man hours on making or redoing all of the packs that you've already done, and give me all the nice things that I want. Okay? Okay, let's do it. It's not too much to ask at all, is it? It's never happening. But a girl can dream. Right? A girl can dream. Wishes and fishes. I mean, I like the look of the barrelwood shower, but at the same time, it's not very good shower. But it is what it is. I wonder if I could... I'm just thinking, can I divide this room in two? Can I divide this room in two? And just, like, have a little bedroom with an ensuite? I think that's too small, right? Although, if I have it against the wall, it doesn't matter. And, like, have it as a little single bed off to the side. And then that has, like, a little bathroom off to the side. If I could reach that bathroom any other way, that would be great, but I can't. Okay, I'm going to do it. It doesn't need to be... I mean, it's a cabin. It doesn't need to be giant bedrooms or anything like that, right? I feel like it doesn't. I'm actually even going to keep the walls as wooden walls. I'm just going to keep them like that. Normally I do like tiles and stuff in the bathroom because I feel like that's more appropriate. But today, that's not going to be the case. We're going to just have wooden walls in our bathroom because it's a cabin and I feel like that's appropriate. So there we go. It does mean that... probably only going to be... I'm just thinking about how the room allocation for this. If we have... I might go the base game one. It's quite good. If I have a bathroom upstairs and a one bedroom, or if I make this 2 bathrooms, 1 bedroom. No. Yes, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, or 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I don't know. What am I going to do upstairs? I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to have to figure that out. I'll figure that out. We'll come back to that. Okay. Because I need to look upstairs at the floor plan and how much space I've got. But I think I can probably fit 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms in here. It just means the downstairs one, you kind of have to go through the bedroom to get to that bathroom, which is vaguely irritating, but at least there is a downstairs bathroom, I guess. There's not going to be a mirror there. Or maybe I can do like a freestanding mirror. Ew, that's a good idea. Little log one. I don't even think I've ever used. Oh, it's been a long time at the very least. There's some stuff in the game you just don't use very often, and it's quite fun when you actually get to use them. Like that mirror there. Not a thing I often use, but hey, I'm using it today. Isn't that exciting? I feel like that's something that is, why I actually do a lot of builds as limited pack builds, is that I get to explore packs in, a whole different way in the terms of the depth that I get to see in the pack, because, if you're limited pack, you kind of, this is what you have to work with and that's it. So, yeah, I like that as a thing that, I don't necessarily have all of the things available to me. So, oh man, I don't want to ruin my windows. I'm not changing my windows. Boo. Can I make that smaller? Yeah, let's go smaller with that. I forgot what I was saying. Something. I was banging on about something, wasn't I? Here we go. Oh yeah, so the depth of packs. So yeah, I think that's actually quite a cool thing, being able to, get to know a pack in a whole other way when you are having to, just build with one pack. And I think that's part of why I built a lot when Enchanted by Nature came out with just Enchanted by Nature and base game, because I really wanted to get to know the pack. And I did the same with, what was the pack before that? Oh god, businesses and hobbies as well. Oh no, I didn't do that many businesses and hobbies builds, to be fair. I think I got more immersed in the gameplay with businesses and hobbies than I did with Enchanted by Nature. But in saying that, I did do a whole Rags to Fairies kind of thing with Enchanted by Nature. So I did go through and play that all. So yeah, I got some time and love and attention. The one thing that I regret that I didn't do when I was doing that playthrough is that I didn't, for some reason, do the nature press thing. I don't know why. I just forgot. And I was so excited about doing the nature press thing, and I just completely forgot about it. What a ding dong. Oh well. Such as me. Sometimes I'm a ding dong. And forget things. It is what it is, right? Everybody has like one of those noodle brains, I think sometimes. Well, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Okay. What colour do I want? I'm going to flick through it individually. Another pack that I haven't really been building a lot with, and that I absolutely love, is the Dream Home Decorator pack. Like, I was building with that the other day. I built like a beach house, and it's one of those packs that I absolutely love. Like, I love the career with Dream Home Decorator. Even again, it is a little bit balked. It doesn't really work all that well. And I wish that it did, because I absolutely love it. And I love the idea, because as a builder, having a career where you can actually physically go in and do building is just like the bee's knees, the happiest thing. Just like, yeah, perfect. I love it. I want to do that all the time. And I've played it through I don't know how many times, because, I absolutely love the idea of it. But then I just sort of end up getting to the point where I get frustrated because, oh, no, that's not going to work. That door needs to go on the other side. That's not going to work. Or the bed needs to go around this way. And the door needs to go over there. Or... building problem! Building problem right here. That ain't gonna work. Velvet, So ideally I need the bed to kind of go that way, and then I need the door to go that way. Okay, I think that works. That should work, and then we can have the wardrobe going there. Okay. Nothing quite like putting the door right over the doorway to cause problems, right? Right. Not a problem. Okay, we'll shrink that down a little bit. Oh dear. 3 hours in. Save and hydrate. Fabulous. Thank you very much, Vinny. Absolutely do that. And we will get up to the upstairs area and see if we can get ourselves a second bedroom. That would be lovely. Dream Home Decorator. Oh yeah, Dream Home Decorator. So I wish that was not such a broken pack, because I absolutely love it. Again, and the other thing is, and I think the reason that I don't use the Dream Home Decorator as much as I wish I probably could, is going back to what we were talking about earlier, circling back to that old chestnut, is it doesn't match. Like, the woods don't match some of the stuff that we have now in the game. And so, like, it doesn't really match base game. It doesn't really match... Yeah, it doesn't really match. And for me, a person that does prefer to have things that are coordinated, that is a little frustrating, because I would love to have Dream Home Decorator, except it matches it matches the woods and base game. Like, how amazing would that be? I would love that, because it's honestly, it's such a good little pack, but at the end of the day, it's hard to use. I feel like it's hard to use sometimes because of the fact that it doesn't match. And that's a frustration, because, you know, you want to be able to use a pack like that, where it is really basically a builder's dream to have a pack that, you know, sort of slots in together, and you've got like so many different options in terms of building with it and doing different things with it. But then, you know, when you're kind of trying to build with other packs, and it's a frustration trying to get to the point where you can actually match it with another pack. It's, yeah, it does make it difficult to use from that perspective. So this is coming together cute. I like the blue with it. I do love me some blue in the game, gotta say. Oh, you know what we should have? We should have like a little welcome mat as well. Question: do you guys prefer the Cozy Celebrations welcome mat, or do you prefer the welcome mat that we got with For Rent? Like that one there, like the little one. Which one do you prefer? I actually prefer the Nature's... No, not the Nature's Calling one. The Cozy Celebrations event one. I just think it's cuter. And it's bigger, so it's great. It's better for double doors, and more often than not, you're going to have a double door on the front door. So I feel like that kind of works better for that reason. Anyway, just a random aside there. So, how much space we got up here? So, we've got space for a bedroom, bathroom down there. So, yeah, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom. All right, that's not too bad for a little cabin. So, one's like a single bedroom. In theory, if I move that window actually around the back, I could put a bunk bed in there. In theory, if I move that, we could put a bunk bed in there. And that could be like 2 kids, you know, 2 kids or whatever in there. Let's put a bunk bed in. That's very cabiny. I'm actually also very excited the fact that we get new bunk beds. And then, although looking at this, we've got a few options for bunk beds. It's not like a dire situation as far as bunk beds go, but it's nice that we actually get some more bunk beds. I'm not going to say no to new bunk beds, because I think that's nice that we did get them. I think it's good. Hi Piper, how are you? Welcome on in. How are you today? Thanks for saying hi. We are currently building a little cabin. We've gotten very inspired today by the Adventure Awaits trailer dropping, and I am building a cute little cabin is what we're up to at the moment. How's life for you? I hope it's going well. Rainbow, you hope the new pack has bunk beds? I'm pretty sure that's what we saw, right? I'm pretty sure I saw bunk beds in it. I'm certain they were new ones. Absolutely certain. Let me have a wee look-see. Hang on. Have I got a picture of that? in this one? We can see it. Let's have a look. Yeah, these here. These ones here, Rainbow. Those are definitely new beds. So those are new bunk beds, and you can sort of see like the different pattern and stuff on them. So we are absolutely getting new bunk beds in the new pack. Like, look at them down there, like all up there, and like the different beds and stuff up there. 100% new ones. Yes, I love that for us. Yee. So yes, new bunk beds on the way. You ask and I deliver. I did nothing but show you a picture of it, but still, you asked and I delivered. Aren't I nice? Aren't I nice? You said, Velvet, I would love for us to have bunk beds. And I said, well, have I got the treat for you, Rainbow? Now, I am streaming across 2 platforms today as well. So if you do hear me talking to someone else and you can't see them in chat, that's why. Might do like a more kiddie kind of thing going on here. Actually, now that I think about it, I've gone backwards. I don't know if I have the space here to add like a little side table, but... Oh man, I should have lumped in the little campers kit as well. That would have been good, but such is life. I did not. Okay, a little thing there, and I want a cute little kiddish lamp. Oh, the acorn lamp, a dodoy. Of course, I want the little acorn lamp in here. Acorn lamp. Yes, I love the little acorn lamp. One of my fave things from Enchanted by Nature. It's really cool. Yes, so bunk beds. We've got them in there. We're building a very cabin-inspired, adventure away. It's sort of a cabin-inspired thing. So this is our cabin that we're building. And, yeah. I didn't want to go super rustic on it, so it's got, like, little modern touches. It's not, like, super rustic-y, but we've got, like, a hot spring, which reminds us of the hot pools and the geyser and stuff that we saw from the trailer. A little fire pit. We've got the horseshoe rings. You know, lots of little activities for the kids and stuff out there. Some stuff for the adults as well. So very inspired, I've got to say. More cabins coming your way. So if you follow me on YouTube, you will see more cabins coming up as speed builds and stuff up on my YouTube channel. So don't you worry, I've got your back. If you're after some cabins, I'll probably be coming up with some over the next couple of weeks. Probably not for a couple of weeks because I've got to actually go and build them first. But if you've missed some of this build, I will put it up on my YouTube as a speed build at some point, probably in the next couple of weeks. So you get to see that there and watch the bits that you missed. There you go. Isn't that fantastic? Which one? Wait. Is this the same curtain? There's an acorn swatch? A leaf swatch? What? Okay, well, oh, man. I'm going to stick with the blue, but also the acorn swatch, I'm going to do, like, hardcore through this bedroom because what? I forgot that existed. What is wrong with me? I know there's one in this one up here as well. There's like a full kind of leafy one in this one, isn't there? There's one of these that has a leafy one. It's not that one. Which one is it? One of these does. One of these, is it this one? Yes, this one. That one has a leaf one as well, but I completely forgot the Dream Home Decorator one existed. Because again, I haven't built with the pack in a while, and I forgot some of the things existed. So, whoopsies. My bad. Silly Velvet. Forgetting things like that existed. How dare. I know, so cute, right? So cute. I love it. And you know what one of my very favorite things is about not building with limited packs is that I get to copy and paste, because when I build with limited packs, as soon as I copy and paste everything, my filters disappear. Does that happen to anybody else? It just continually frustrates me that I can't copy and paste when I'm doing a limited pack, and it just makes building, you know, that much slower because I'm trying to, you know, I have to go and find things or shift copy them rather than just going, you know, copy and paste. And, you know, that kind of annoys me. You know, that's another thing we were talking about things that we would like to have in the game that are working. And I think that's one of those things that I would like to have in the game that works is being able to have the filter panel work effectively with limited packs. That would be something that I'd absolutely love. Now, the bed that we got with Outdoor Retreat is actually a bed that I do use every now and then. Because I really love... Is it the Outdoor Retreat one? Yeah, it is. This one here, the Glamping VelvettB. Because we actually got a few beds with the Outdoor Retreat pack, which I think is pretty cool. But this is... I like the Wiggly Woggly... The Wiggly... the technical terms for this is Wiggly Woggly. The Wiggly Woggly headboard. I think that's really sweet, so I'm down with that. You know what? I'm half wondering whether or not I put the bed over here, and then we can have like a couch there. That might make sense. If I could do either a half wall or a fence. I'm wondering whether or not I do a half wall. And behind here. Like a little headboard, but then it's kind of not centered with the room, but... going out like that, and then that's centered. Yeah. And then they should still be able to walk up, which is fine. There we go. There's a thing. Solve the problem. Most of the time when there's a problem, you can find the solution. You just have to look hard enough, right? I feel like that's a thing. I have to say, I don't use the swatch tray thing too much. Now, I have a mod in, and it's the mod VelvettB by Twisted Mexi. Fantastic mod. My very, very favorite mod in the whole wide world, because if I don't have it in, I'm very sad. I can survive without it. I can survive without all of the mods, I will say, if I have to. I'd rather not, but I can survive without them. But if I have an option to have a mod in, and I only had to choose one mod, the mod that I would choose is VelvettB by Twisted Mexi. Every single time. Yeah, but I haven't really been using the swatch tray thing too much, but it is quite cool to have there, gotta say. It's quite cool to have there. But of all the mods in all the world, if I could only choose one, it would be VelvettB. Because it organizes debug, which makes debug so much easier to build with. It gives me all of my cheats automatically on all of the time, which I love, because that saves me having to go tippity-tippity tap and put it all in myself. And yeah, it just makes building basically so much easier, and I appreciate that in a mod, I gotta say. Makes this little Velvet happy. So that's my very favourite mod in the whole wide world. Might do like that version there, and then the coffee table with the lighter wood. Yeah. But that's nice. We've got some space, we've got a computer, we've got like little bits of activities around the place. Like, I would like to vacation here. I feel like it's got, you know, some good things in it. Plus you're right near all the activities in Granite Falls as well. You can go bug catching and you can do all of the things. I think it would be fun. Cute little vacation house. Right. Might slip a little wardrobe in there. Rainbow, VelvettB is a must for you too. Yeah. I think if you have the privilege of having a mods in your game, if you're not on PC or if you're on PC rather than console, for example, where you don't really get the option, sadly, then I don't know. I just feel like VelvettB is kind of just the go-to for those of us that do love to build. Just my feeling on it. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people like other things. I don't know. But just for me personally, VelvettB is just my very, 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 very little favourite. I adore it so with all of my little velvety heart. It's fantastic. It just does everything, pretty much everything I need it to do. And what more can you ask, really? There's nothing more I can ask of it. I am starting to use Tool a little bit more. I'm not much for or I haven't been in the past much for using Tool, but I am getting a little bit more familiar with it, and yeah, I think it's a useful thing. I'm just, you know, it's one of those things where I think I will slowly integrate it more into my building. It's not like I absolutely need tool for things, but every now and then there will be something that's just a smidge the wrong size, you know? Or, oh, plan number 2. You know, or, you know, or I just need to tilt something around. So there's just like every now and then you just get the odd thing where you're like, well, I would quite like for, oh, there's just gonna be the wrong colours, I think, for this room. Yep, wrong colours. I was going to do the Grange Mudroom stuff, but it's not going to quite fit. Not going to quite fit our aesthetic, so sorry, Grange Mudroom. I love that pack, but it's just not fitting in this moment, okay? Sorry. Also, minor bug, but another thing that I'd like in the game is for the sorting in the game. Like if I click on dresses, I would want the things that I can hang clothes on, for example, to be in dresses. Like nothing here to hang these items on. No. I want things I can hang my items on, for example, but you have to go all the way to surfaces and get the things from there. Which is like, well, that's irritating. You know? Just to bring up another thing that that Velvet wants in the game. I want my sortings to be properly done. You know, we've still got like kits from like kitchen clutter kit and stuff like that, and the sleek bathroom kit. They still have not been sorted properly into the menu and stuff with the game, and it makes me so sad. It would be nice if we could actually have things sorted properly, you know? So that we can find it easier. Because building is not a quick process for the most part, you know? It takes a goodly amount of time to build something, mostly. So, you know, not having to slow down to find things when you're building is extraordinarily useful. I'm thinking we might have like a little arty kind of corner, like a little art easel area. That'd be cute. So that's another thing that I'd like in the game, is for things to actually be a lot better in terms of findability. If they went through and they redid all of the, I mean, it would take me a little minute to adjust, obviously, but if they went through and redid all of the sorting in The Sims 4 and actually had it properly sorted, oh my gosh. Yes, there would be a learning curve with having to find everything again, because, you know, when you build enough or, you know, that sort of thing, you learn where things are and you kind of memorize where they are. So you get very used to it as it is. But when it comes down to it, if they had things in the proper place, I wouldn't even care about that. Just give it to me and I will learn it. But please just give it to me. I would love to have, you know, some properly sorted things in the game. Vinny, meanwhile, I'm stranded on Console Island watching everyone go by on their mod's boat. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I mean, I'm sure you get like the odd advantage with console, right? But realistically, console's hard. It's really hard. I wouldn't want to build on it or anything like that. It's just too fussy for me. I couldn't do it. Too fiddly. Too much patience required. That's the problem. And this little Velvet, she don't have that patience. So, mad respect for console. Console players, you guys are amazing. I love what you do, but I can't do what you do. That's probably the realistic thing of it. It's like, I love what you do, but I can't do what you do. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what I didn't put in here? Laundry hamper. I might move that and turn this into a laundry hamper up here. I haven't got a laundry hamper downstairs either. But I need a laundry hamper because I put a laundry in. I don't always put laundries in builds, but, you know, it's often because of limited packs more than anything else. But I know people like doing, like, you know, the little jobs and that sort of thing from Laundry Day. I always struggle with doing the laundry though. Like, I forget about it. And then next thing you know, you've got laundry all over the floor. And then you forget to clean the lint in the dryer. And then your dryer sets on fire. And, you know, it just ends up being a whole freaking thing. And I just get stuck on the laundry thing. And then once there's a fire, I start getting obsessed with the fact there's a fire. That there's been a fire. And then I get obsessed with having to clean out my lint dryer all of the time. Because, you know, I want to try and rectify the whole fire issue. And then, you know, then I overdo it. And then just, like, hyper-focus on getting the laundry done. And then I don't get anything else done. It turns into a whole thing. So I often don't play with laundry on because I just get... I get wound up by the whole laundry thing. Because I spend so much time doing laundry in real life that it's another one of those things that I just get wound up. wound up about in the game. And it's the same like when you get dust bunnies in the game as well. It's another thing I kind of get wound up about because it's just like, ugh, dust bunnies, ew, I don't want them. But then also I always leave the pack on because I like it. So work that one out. I don't understand it. It's just my brain. It's like I get wound up by the pack, but then I leave it on because I like the pack. So, you know, can't quite figure that one out. Anyway, welcome to my brain. Where things aren't normal. But that's fine. They don't have to be. I'm not going to make myself have a normal brain. What is normal anyway? There's a question for you. What is normal? Ooh, we can have like the little ottoman. That's probably a good little cutie. But slightly different colour. There we go. Little ottoman. I feel if we put like a painting in behind here, finish the bathroom, and we are finished for the day. And I can go have some lunch because I'm very hungry. Poor Velvet, starving away while she builds. Tear. Oh, and that matches like the curtains and stuff. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got a laundry hamper that I remember to fit in here. Then got the mirrors there. Don't think I can fit another laundry hamper down here. That's okay. One is fine. So let's get our bathroom in up here. Stacking in here. I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to upgrade to a different shower and stuff, I mean, you just do that, don't you? You don't have to keep things the way they are. It's not like the rules of downloading builds from galleries or anything like that. You can just do as you please. Do as you please. Take the house and then turn it into whatever you want it to be. That's what I say. Do as you please with it. I don't care if you go in there and bulldoze and take all the things out that you don't like. Make it your own. I say. Be happy with it. That's the main thing. That's all I want with people, with my builds. Be happy with it. And then do as you please. Oh my gosh. Look at that. We've got ourselves a little bathroom. Ding, ding, ding. I don't really have the space to do anything too exciting with it, so it is what it is. What are we? Oh, we're Friday today. Right. So I've got the weekend ahead. I will be streaming next week as well. So I won't be streaming over the weekend, but I will be streaming next week. Just a regular stream week. I'll let you guys know the schedule over the weekend. And then the week after that will be build tours. So if you are taking part in my shell challenge, then we have build tours happening the week after next. And we will be doing tours of the mash up shell. So hashtag mash. What is it? Hashtag mash shell? I forgot. Mash shell 1. It was mash shell 1, wasn't it? There we go. So mash up shell number 1. It is a challenging one because it is floating and you have to build for NPCs in the game. Oh, somebody's made over the pancakes. How cool is that? Anyway, so there's a few builds up there, so we will be doing some tours of that the week after next. Rainbow, you've been working on my shell tonight. Oh, yay! I hope you've been having fun with it. I thought having, having a little bit of a mashup of some of my previous shell challenges would be a cool thing to do, so that's what I did. So yeah, I hope you guys have had fun with it. We've we've made our cabin. Look at that. Isn't it a little cutie? I think it looks sweet. This is how it'll look with a shader on. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful little cabin. Oh, what a sweetie. There we go. So that's our lovely cabin that we've made today. Thank you for hanging out with me, everybody, and joining me for the build. I really appreciate it. And for everyone that popped into chat and saying hi, and everyone lurking in the background, thank you very much for being here. I just, like, this was exactly what I was in the mood to build, and I built it. So that makes me happy. Rainbow, you also have mashed up the NPC requirement to create an unexpected romance story. Oh, I love the sound of that. That sounds amazing. Ooh, I love that story behind it. The idea of that. That's cool. I love it. I love this little cabin too. It's a little cutie. I think we did well. Built that in, what, 2.5 hours? Not too shabby. Not too shabby for a little cabin. So I'll playtest that and stuff and pop that up in the gallery probably over the weekend. Other than that, I'm going to say I'm going to go get lunch. So thank you guys for being here. I'm going to turn myself off for a bit. You guys can enjoy the rest of your Thursdays or Fridays, depending what you're up to. I'm well into halfway through my Friday as such. So, yep, I'm going to be doing that. But thank you all for being here. Much appreciated. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and treat yourselves right. I hope you do anyway. So thank you. And remember, be good to yourselves, right? Remember that. So thank you all, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.